YouTube stream I'm doing that is vertical only. And I wanted to test that. So you can stream to YouTube horizontal, which is 16 by 9, or, you know, and then you can do one that's 9 by 16. Oh, I'm in the middle of the gulag, my bad. With the shittiest pistol in the game. And he got bodied. Almost got me, though. He headshot me for sure. I'm just surprised the YouTube stream's working and the other ones are also working. But yeah, now technically I'm live on horizontal and vertical. So you can see both. Vertical gets shown in the shorts feed on YouTube. So if you're streaming and you play normally, sometimes you can get your viewership to be higher because you're being shown to people that are watching YouTube shorts. So doing vertical makes sense because you can increase your viewership from time to time. But I haven't tested it yet, so I want to see for myself. I think it's just a discoverability thing. Most people aren't looking at streams unless they're already subscribed to you. And if you're doing the vertical one, you get shown to more people through shorts that are just on YouTube in general. So it potentially helps you get more concurrent viewers because more people are spending time going through shorts than they are on the streamer dashboard. Like the streamer dashboard on YouTube is basically non-existent. They used to have one like Twitch where you go to like twitch.tv and it would just be, would it be like a YouTube URL? And in that YouTube URL, you would have like multiple streamers, who's playing Warzone, who's not. God damn it, dude. That thing has so much fucking recoil. Not ready for that. Just gonna queue up another match. I don't want to go. I don't have a gulag actually. No, I died. So yeah, the vertical one works. That's interesting. And then you have the other one. The only problem I have with the vertical format, it cuts off. Like you basically see my camera. You still have the full screen camera. But the other problem is that it's really limited on the gameplay screen. So you can't see everything that I see unless I'm in the match. And even then it only shows, you know, like the middle of the screen. Now I guess you could change it to be all widescreen if you change the camera to have like, but it would be really tiny. And I don't think that would be good either. So I think people would prefer to have it zoomed in, but I don't know. The stream's bitrate is lower than recommended. Wait, what? Well, the hard part too, I don't know, can I change bit rates? So YouTube wants me to use like 15,000. Can I just change the bitrate for one setting or all of them? I don't think I can. I think I have to change it across all of them. But if I do that, it gets mad at me on Facebook. And then it would get mad at me on the other platforms. I mean, I used to stream at like 20,000. But I think Facebook's made changes. And if I stream too high, it lags because it'll the stream can't process it, which is not good. Trying to get back in the lobby anyway. I don't hate the setup. It's interesting. I think it's a little complicated because I have too many windows open though. And if the chat worked on YouTube plus Twitch, it's supposed to, but they don't have the settings right, so you don't see YouTube messages. That's like when 10x came in and said hi. I probably missed his chat. I probably didn't see it at all. He's probably like, what a dick. But I'm only using the OBS window. Well, I'm using the meld window, but they don't have the refresh rate in order to upkeep it, which is kind of a problem. I mean, it's all right though. Am I on YouTube? Yeah. I literally have 2 streams on YouTube at the moment that are both live. One's horizontal, widescreen. The other's vertical. I wanted to see if you could do both at the same time, and you can. You just have to change your. You have to set up a different stream key in order to do vertical, and then you have to do a little settings tweak to get it to go live. But you can technically do both. The question though is like, would that be good or bad for a channel? Because I feel like widescreen, like when you can see the gameplay, you can see my camera, everything in the middle, it's fine. But if you're on your phone, you want to be able to see, you know, the gameplay, but you can only see so much. You can't see like the left and the right, so it cuts it off. But even then, once you're done uploading or editing, you have to decide like, well, do I hide the vertical stream or do I keep it? So I think vertical streaming has a place. But my money would be on only doing vertical to TikTok. And I think that would be about it. You don't really need to do vertical streaming anywhere else. I mean, you could do it to Facebook. But, I don't know. It'd be kind of messy, too. Is he gonna chase me? Muggs has been vert lately and his face covers the bottom half and I can't see his gameplay. Right. But go look at my YouTube channel and see the vertical there and you'll be like, it doesn't cover the gameplay. It depends on how you frame it. The only issue is you won't see the left or the right. And then if you do it the other way, you can make the gameplay full screen, essentially, and you see the entire gameplay. But it's super tiny. And I don't like that either. So I don't think vertical works for certain games, but then again, I watch people play all the time. Like I see people doing TikTok stuff and they'll have 10K viewers and they're vertical. So it's like, someone will watch it. You just have to have the audience for it.
Bounty targets are up. Get after them.
Why don't you click the link, Brian? ! YouTube. And you can go right to my channel. There's also a link in the description for Linktree, which has a link to my YouTube. Not trying to be mean, but it's right there. Also, my YouTube URL is just cross. So if you type in youtube.com/cross and you spell it with a K, you'll go right to my channel. So there's a lot of options. Oh fuck, he has a really good position there on me. Knowing he's still there, right? Interesting.
Heads up. An enemy squad marks you as a bounty target.
Can you go inside this now? He's underneath me. That means they open up train. You just can't shoot through this. Oh, you can shoot underneath this, though. This got opened. He jumped out here. He'll probably come up through here. I guess that'd be what I would do, unless he wants to run this way. He's just chilling at the buy. Strong possibility.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
I don't really like fighting there anymore because there's so many like ins and outs now. I'm gonna have to worry about that. That was gonna bug me. Like 100%. I wonder if he'll push me. But yeah, the YouTube stream shows like 10 or so on the horizontal and then 10 or so on vertical, which is interesting. Oh, I missed. Wait, is there a bullet drop on that now? Damn. Maybe. The timing on that was pretty funny, though. He was trying to snipe me, and then I sniped him, and then the other guy shot him in the ass and killed him.
Your objective simple. Eliminate all
Right. The guy who just killed the other guy is my bounty. But the question is, where's that loadout that he called in? Is he ground floor, first floor, second floor? Is he on the roof again? I don't know.
UAV in the area.
That's probably his UAV. I'm gonna lose that. I should have killed him. I barely saw him for a second. I don't know how I missed. The HDR got nerfed. I don't know in the big update today, but I think what happened is that they changed the... I thought they just changed the ADS time. So they made it slightly slower. So it takes longer to scope in. Not much longer, but a little bit.
Let's have ourselves a fight. Be ready. You're next.
I think that would be interesting too.
Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination.
All right, 9mm pistol time. I'm dead. He slid under me. I couldn't correct it in time. I knew I was dead. All it takes is 1 or 2 shots, and when he slides and goes under my aim, I can't correct it in time, and I already know. Like, I'm already aware that I fucked up. Hey, there's no way for me to survive that one. On YouTube, the stream quality's better. They should be the same. Because it's the same bitrate on every platform. Now, the only difference would be maybe processing potentially on Facebook's side on their servers. So I have YouTube and I have Twitch. There's links in the descriptions for reasons. So you should be able to see it on all platforms and all links and everything else. Now, I don't always stream on YouTube. I've started doing it recently. It's been something that I want to do. But 99% of my viewership is on Facebook. So there's almost no point to stream here unless I can get people to come over or I get the streams just to do better. But it's okay, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really hurt me to stream. It's just an extra thing I have to set up, which I don't like doing. Because then you got to do like titles, descriptions, thumbnails, and I fucking hate doing thumbnails. And it's like every time you stream on YouTube, you got to do... every time you stream on YouTube, you have to make another thumbnail, different title, and then stream it. And I'm too lazy to make the thumbnails. I really am. It would help if I made them, but I just don't care. I think partly it's because I just lack viewership, so I'm like less motivated to do it. And I'm just like, yeah, who gives a shit? I'll have 5 viewers anyway, it's fine. Which is not a good attitude to have, but yeah. That's just how it goes sometimes. The patch notes for this The AK got nerfed a bit. I don't know what they did to it. I think they might have changed the fire rate. I have no idea, because I didn't read that one, but people said the AK got slightly adjusted. I think the damage is the same, but the only difference between the HDR, I believe, is the scope in time. So it takes longer to scope in. That's it. It's not much longer, but it's enough that, like, if I'm, like, in a fight and I have to scope in faster than you and I want to, like, headshot you, I have to kind of rethink how I'm going to do it. Like, sometimes with a sniper rifle, you can turn the corner, scope in, and then shoot. But if the scope in time's too slow, what you normally do is you get right up against the corner, and as you peek it, you scope in, or before you peek it, you scope in, and then you peek fully, and by the time you do, you're already scoped in. So you have to kind of relearn how to do that. How's my night? It's all right. Just trying to play a few games, but I feel a little scattered. I don't feel like I'm focusing well enough to play. But I decided to hop on anyway, so we'll see. I mean, if I die a lot, I die a lot. It is what it is. Where's the fucking guns, dude?
Targets are up. Go take them down.
So he landed here.
Moving here.
Someone landed there, but there's no guns. Might be a few back here that didn't load in. I swear, like, loot doesn't exist sometimes in this game. You have, like, an entire building to yourself, and then there's nothing. And it's a big building, too, and you're just like, why? He's underneath. I hear him. He's not on the floor I thought he was on. Fuck. I almost killed him, though. It's kind of a rough peek there because you're peeking left where he's peeking right, so he has an advantage. The gun is in his right shoulder. So if you're standing up against a wall, your gun comes out first. You can see them first. If you're left peeking, they get to see your whole body before you can shoot them. It's a weird camera angle, but it's a thing. I'm fucked. GG's, dude. Wait, did they add glowing eyes to the Terminator skin? Is that their adjustment? Is that all they did to that? Or has that always been there? I've just never noticed it. 'Cause that's a different change. Hey, Google. 3 weeks ago, this is an old update. In an uncupping update, the titanium core skin operator will receive a visibility adjustment. That was 3 weeks ago, but I haven't seen any adjustment unless it was just put out recently. What if I search Nerf? Everything's from 3 weeks ago. And I don't think they announced anything else. Beanbolt made a meme out of it, which is kind of funny. I think it's like him literally posting the same image. Or is that the joke? I legitimately don't see a difference. I mean, I kind of see a contrast difference, if that's no joke, but it's the same thing. Like, what? I also think there's a difference between like a good design on a skin versus something that gives you performance benefits. Like, skins don't make you better. They just look different. The only difference is that sometimes skins blend in with the environment, and there's an advantage based on its looks. So if you have an outfit that blends in with like 80% of the map design and you can't see it and you can't track it and you can't aim at it, it's really annoying. Now, if you're a PC player, I know this is this is a super old argument, but aim assist on controller makes that not so much a problem, because if you just scope in on a person, it'll kind of pull you to the target anyway. Now, on PC, if there's a guy with a Terminator skin running around hiding in the dark or just moving behind whatever, it's hard for me because I have to follow exactly where he is, and I have to follow like the body, the head, you know, wherever I need to shoot in order to kill. But if you can't see it and it blends in, it's a little too hard to do that. Now, if you're on controller and you have aim assist, it holds to the body when you scope in. It doesn't like aim 100% for you, but it can. It just makes it so you don't have to visually see what you're doing and then track what you're aiming at pixel by pixel, where a PC player does. So PC players feel that difference a lot more than a controller player would. So it's like when I'm complaining about I can't see the guy, I don't know where he is, it's also I can't aim because I don't know where he is. I can't see him. I can't see the body. I can't see his head. I have no idea where he is. I can't see him. So how am I supposed to aim? And if you're a controller player, you don't have to deal with that as much. It just kind of holds on and you just aim. Like, you just let it do it for you. And people at first are like, oh, that's not an advantage. But when you die in 2 or 3 shots, yeah, it's a huge fucking advantage. It makes all the difference. It's like it's a massive difference. Because if I lose sight of you for like a fraction of a second, then it becomes a problem. Okay, nice shots. GG's. All right. That was a little fucking aggressive. All headshots. That's why I don't like having slow light machine guns off spawn. They're not as reactive as like a submachine gun or an AR in close range, so you're just kind of sluggish. The snappiness at which you have to aim is not the same. So usually I don't like pushing those fights when I only have that. I should have just used the shotgun and ran at him, honestly. God, he could have won that. He could have won that. Not a good decision on his part. I want to go get killed by that guy again and see if he's legit or not. But can I? Where did I die? I died all the way out here. It's a long way to go. I think I can make it. Might have to run a little bit, but... His name was Rage something. I think he just had aim assist, and it just locked onto me, but... Sometimes you never know, so it's fun to spectate. I'm gonna go throw the game and let him kill me. Gulag is hard, always pre-fire. I don't know about pre-firing. Pre-firing, yes and no. With that handgun, I wouldn't. Because if you pre-fire, it changes your fire rate. Like, your fire rate is really slow. And if you pre-fire and miss, and he peeks around the corner, you want to shoot, you can't because it's cycling. It's going through that delay. So other guns, other weapons, maybe. Like the... Maybe like the, what is it called? There's a, fuck, I can't even think of the name of it. Like the 5.7. You can pre-fire with that one. That's the guy. Fuck, I hate this guy, dude. He's gonna peek that. Might get shot in the back, but I want to see if I can kill him. He's trying to snipe me. I need to let him kill me. I want to see if he's legit or not. I don't know why you're shooting bodies, dude. I was just fucking with you. He's so angry, too. All right, let's watch. This is going to piss me off, though. It gives you a black screen. It takes you out of the game to show you your settings. Like, oh, look how you placed. And you click spectate. It gives you another black screen, which is insane. And you have to wait like 10 or 15 seconds just to spectate somebody, which bothers me. Because if you're in a top 10 situation and you've been playing Call of Duty for a while and you want to watch how the game ends, you miss out on the last few gunfights just because it wants to show you your character, which is dumb. So what it should do is it should just let you spectate. You should see the guy spectating and not give you the option or give you all those black screens. It should just keep you in the lobby. He's going to die right here. Wow, that was short-lived. So I guess he's not cheating. He's just a bot. I wondered if it was aim assist when he killed me the first time. It just kind of looked like it. I also had a slow as fuck LMG. And it is what it is, but when I went back to fight him again, I wanted to test it and see if he knew. And I don't think he was cheating, but I wish we could have spectated a little bit longer. It's always like I spectate once and then they die immediately after. And it's just like, oh, okay. But the AMAX is like a really fast ADS rifle. So you can snipe with it, almost, well, not snipe, but you can snap with it a little bit more aggressively. Sometimes with aim assist too, it'll hold on to a target really well if you're a controller player. And it can look like you're snapping. And I think people have a hard time telling the difference between a good player with good accuracy, good aim, or a player that has aim assist, and it looks very similar to somebody who is potentially cheating or aimbotting. So there's a big crossover there. He's getting shot from two directions here. I don't think he knew about the guy behind him, which is kind of funny. Now how do we spectate? Oh, it's the same guy. The question is, do I queue up another match? Or do I finish this one to the end? I think I'm just going to go back out and play another one. Because I don't get a spectate. It was weird though, like once he killed me, he just stood still. I don't know if he was like just run into the stream to troll or whatever. Sometimes I see it. I don't think I'm popular enough to get stream sniped yet. Not anymore, my viewer count's too low. It used to be something I had to worry about way back when. But people would let you know, like they'd come into your chat and be like, "Oh, that was you?" It's like, why are you acting like it wasn't? Like you're surprised. That shit always made me laugh. Like they stream snipe you, kill you, watch your stream, come into your chat, pretend they're not, and then they try to get validation from killing you. And you really think a streamer is going to be super happy about you stream sniping them? Or potentially stream sniping them? Nah. I think that's the hardest part, is that if you play games like this and you stream, it can put a target on you to some level, especially if you're like a high performer. I'm not. I'm a fucking casual gamer at this point in time. But back then it was like, oh, I killed him. I got him. That's so cool. And but even then it's just like, what's the purpose? Like you feel better about killing somebody and then you're going to brag about it. They're not going to be happy. Like they're not going to be like, yeah, GG's, dude. They're going to probably yell at you and they're probably going to ban you for it. So it's weird to say. I don't think he was not legit. Like I never said he was cheating. I just wanted to watch him in case, and then he just died like so fast, and I was like, oh, like I guess not. That's the whole purpose, to spectate people too. Like if you're unsure, watch for a little bit. If they start walling and they're tracking players where they shouldn't know where players are, they pre-aim, they trace people through walls, they push players that are hiding in a bush, they don't have a UAV or a heartbeat, and they just randomly aim at the bush and kill the guy. Like, there's little things that you can tell that give it away when people are doing it. Not always. It's kind of hard to interpret sometimes, because sometimes you'll watch, like, a really good player, and they just have good awareness, and they know what they're doing. So it depends. Robin, how you doing? Thanks again for the 100 stars. There's a message, but I can't see it. For better luck in the gameplay, we'll see. I don't think my head's in it right now, so I can't really focus. We'll try. Some days you have off days, some days you don't. And others are just sometimes better. Today feels like an off day. Do I have Delta Force videos? I used to play Delta Force. It's been a while since I've played it. I think it's fun. I don't think the audience is there for it. Maybe on Twitch or some other platform, but for Facebook, I don't think so. It used to be okay. Yeah, the HDR is really slow. I'll probably swap to the Kar 98. The only problem is long-range sniping with the K98 isn't the best. You'll break armor, and then you need to swap to your rifle, and then finish them if you can. The other issue is that you can still use the HDR, but it's just slow. Call of Duty makes your head hurt. Compared to Delta Force I think is worse in some ways. Everyone has abilities, and those abilities can be kind of problematic for you. If somebody's moving and then they ping you through a wall, or they use whatever ability they have to force you out, as a team it can be more annoying than just playing Warzone. I think it's a little more aggressive team-based. Like, I can win a 1v3 in Warzone if I play right and I'm smart about it and I get good positioning. But if I play that other mode, oh fuck, I'm dead. No, I'm not. I got the headshot there. But the idea though is if I'm playing Warzone and my position's good, I can usually win a fight based off that. But with the other mode, positioning helps. But I also feel like having 3 players push you with abilities is not always the best. So you tend to lose more frequently in those modes. But I don't know. People like different games for different reasons. You can play them differently too. You don't have to be aggressive. You can slow play. Try to be a little more strategic. That can help. The Ladra. What is this? It's got an extended mag on it. 66 rounds. God damn. And then they definitely replaced the ground loot for snipers. I mean, the HDR is still there, but the L whatever, 86 or something. Someone did the glitch with their guns. So there's a loadout glitch right now. If you're in the pregame lobby, you can drop your weapons on the ground before you die. You can go land on them and grab them. Not a joke. That's really funny, actually. Wonder why he didn't land on him. Or maybe he just doesn't know. But it's definitely a thing. They're fighting out here. Did he kill him, or is he still alive? I know one's by the house, but the other guy might be up top still. There's 2. There's a guy here. Might be 3, actually. I wonder if this dude that was up top pushed down. There's a guy out here. Oh, there's a guy over there. He's probably up. Yeah. That one's more predictable because people like to sit there, and he's probably waiting for this nerd. But that guy skedaddled. I heard a parachute. There's that one, but I think there's a second. You think he's gonna repeat that? He's above me. He's like in the corner here. He is scared. Interesting. He's very scared. Is there a third? There should still be that guy that was at the house. Do I want my loadout or I just want to get a UAV? I just get a UAV and use this. Okay, so the guy's not at the house anymore. Wherever he went, I don't know. UAV is going to get me a few players, but they're going to be far. He's going to go out here, so that's going to be a harsh challenge. No scope. I don't even know where you would need to aim on that thing. Probably not that far in front of it, but like you're going to have to get the height on it too. Yeah, I have no idea. I have to sit here all day to try to figure that out. Yeah, too low on that one. Question is, where do I want to go? I can go downtown or I could go farm, but there weren't really a lot of people at the farm. They're all gonna have to push this way anyway. If I had an armored car, oh, he's doing a recon out here. That would be better. Yeah, they're fighting over there. Oh, right here in front of me. I wonder if he's pushing across. I want to let him run out in the open if he is. What if he saw me? That's a weird parachute. And he just like straight vanished. Moving here. Anyone on heartbeat? Nope. Moving here. There should be like 2 or 3 here. Maybe he pushed over and I just didn't see him. He could have just been a lot faster than me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him. He sees me though. I see him. Hey, I'm gonna get sniped in the back. Oh, dude, I'm a fucking fortune teller. So I'm pinched. I got a guy behind me. And I got a guy on the hill. You'd think here or here, but I honestly don't know.
Loadout drop headed your way.
It could be to my left, like near the bridge.
Gas is closing. Relocating safe zone.
It's just odd. I'm more surprised the guy on the hill didn't push me. And the guy getting a loadout really far out there. So weird. I'm sure that other guy sees me. Because I have a giant lens flare right now. And this guy was out here. But maybe he got killed. I don't think so. He's right there behind that rock. And then he just went somewhere else. So who knows? We know there's people there. There's 3 loadouts here. 4 loadouts. If you count mine, I think. Not 3. So there's 2 other players. I'm super campy right now. Guy in a car. That'd been a great shot.
Gas is close.
I mean, I've hit it before. Too low. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, every time, dude. Every time. Oh, he's just underneath. He's just sitting under the stairs. Or is he on? He's on the car. What is he doing there? He's just proned out on the car?
Fight to win redeployment.
Do I play with people out of chat? No. So weird. Wonder why he's just sitting there. He's out in the open too.
Let's fight.
I never saw a lens flare or any type of like head outline. I mean, he doesn't have. He had an AR, but nothing. Such a weird way to sit there.
Earn redeployment or die.
All right, let's try. It's an off day today, man. It really is. I'm dead. No, he completely panicked and ran at me. That was weird. He should have just stayed behind the wall and would have died, or I would have killed him. I think this guy might just be camping the loadouts is what happened. And then I just walked across and he saw me. Because he was sitting like right here and I never saw him. So if I land on that loadout, he'll probably kill me. But it could be fun for like 2 seconds. Ah, it didn't pull in time. I was trying to cut it short. See, he's still camping over there. You see the lens flare? He's right here. GG's, dude. ASV's good. I haven't looked at anything since the update, so I don't know. Also, I've just seen a lot of players running the AMAX still. So, I don't think there have been too many changes that have really made any differences. God, all the cheating allegations, dude. Yikes. I don't really think there's a new meta yet. Maybe the AMAX is probably still the go-to, with the AK potentially having a slight nerf. I think the fire rate got lowered. I don't know. Let's go look. Let's take a look at the patch notes. Warzone patch notes 2 days ago. New.
No.
Train station East Wing access. The previously sealed East Wing of the train station is now open, offering more loot opportunities and new flanking routes, so you can go inside the train station like we used to have. Vertical ascenders. Ascenders have been reintroduced to Verdansk, matching their placement in the original Season 5 and current Plunder layout. Plunder already had all the vertical stuff, which is kind of funny. They didn't put it in Warzone. But I know Warzone didn't have them originally, but it's still weird that they just left them out the first time and didn't put them in when they launched the game. I felt like they would have, but maybe they were like, no, we got to do the original. And I think when people said original, they meant like, well, the one we've been playing, the one you put updates on. Like, why do it the other way? 150 players, new score values, restriction adjustments, ranked play, Black Ops 6, weapon restrictions. There's the one for patches. Movement, equipment, drill charge, C4, spring mine, tactical sprint, stim. Stim increased from 15 to 8%. No, reduced. So they reduced the sprint on the stims. So they made it worse. I haven't really seen a lot of players running stims though. I mean occasionally, but I think most run smokes. Audible call out on activation of a UAV for enemies has been tightened up with the UX indicator, red box around a minimap. Weapons. The Ladra submachine gun, full auto machine gun, extreme rate of fire, excellent range, and low recoil. Acquirable via the High Art event reward. New conversion kit for the Goblin MK2. Weapon adjustment. Headshot multiplier reduced on the AK from 1.2 to 1.12. So like a 0.8. Lower torso multiplier reduced from 9.5 to 9.0. Sprint to fire speed slowed. They made it slower to aim down sights. Aim down sight speed got slow, and aim down sight move speed reduced. They reduced the speed increased by 15%, aligned with Black Ops 6 ARs for the AMAX. The Kilo reduced speed increased by 15% to align with other Black Ops 6 ARs. So the AMAX still probably works. The AK probably still works. Some of the other guns are probably okay, but I don't know if I would be using the rest of them. Probably the AMAX is what you'll see people use, and you'll still probably see people run the AK in all honesty. I don't really see any reason not to. I mean, yeah, it might be a little slower, but if it still hits hard, what's your other option? A Kilo, AMAX? You still only have like a few options. I guess you could use the GRA, like the SWAT or whatever. But I think most people are just going to switch to the AMAX because it doesn't have as many nerfs. And then maybe the Kar 98 for sniping, but I think you can just run the Kar 98 and use a submachine gun. So even if you snipe somebody, you might not kill them long range. Just swap to your submachine gun and hip fire them, or just try to kill them with an AR from, you know, like an AK or AMAX. Still, just use the sniper rifle instead of a one-shot knock. You can still down with it. Don't get me wrong, you can still get knocks with it. But I think the idea would be to like break a player and then push him with whatever other gun. I'm stuck. That was weird. I feel sluggish, like I'm slow.
I'm reloading.
Yeah, I almost won that. I might get shot in the back here.
Reloading.
He might be up top, or he's behind me.
Tags online.
I think I just saw him. There should be another guy over here. Keyword is should be, but I don't know if there will be. That's kind of an odd play. On my part, I wasn't doing the best. Like I said, off day. I don't know why though. I slept well.
Moving here.
But I think overall the Kar 98 just being a faster sniper rifle for ADS time, faster fire rate, more flexible movement. You could probably get away with a lot more than you would normally would with like an HDR.
Weapons free.
Like the HDR is good for reasons, but yeah, GG's. And I just got killed by a Kar 98, which kind of proves my point. If you're shooting at me with an HDR, you have more time to run away. So I know I probably wouldn't got hit a second time there. But with a Kar 98, it's faster. So I need to get behind cover quicker. But I was trying and it was too fast. It was too late. He had a better angle. I thought he was directly behind me, like down the hall in the road, but he was across the street so he could see me in a better way. But that's Warzone. Snipers are really strong, which I think they should be. It's just that sometimes you can't prepare for them and you get cooked. Like, you're just fucked. Especially if you don't notice them right away, yeah, you're fucked. Like, and that's usually what happens. You get shot in the back. I should not lose that. How did you live? That's crazy. He must have had like 1 HP. The only reason I pushed him was because I hurt him really good. And then maybe I just didn't hit vitals. Maybe I hit the shoulder. I should have killed him. That's nuts. Wait, what?
We're headed to the war zone.
Quiet today. That's for sure. I should make a Car 98 class, but I don't know what to put on it. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure it out. I can't imagine it'd be much different than what I have on the other ones. Is it technically a marksman rifle? Also, is it max level? I don't even know if I have it leveled up. According to this, I do, yeah. Okay, so we'd probably want a scope. What's the default sniper scope? Or does it come with one? Or is it just iron sights by default? That I don't know. Fuck. What's the standard sniper scope? That's weird. Barrel. Am I even in the right attachment for a Car 98, or is that's a Modern Warfare 3 one? Does that matter? Or is that the only one? Hey, Google. So the optic is kind of like what people are debating, I think. I guess you just use what you want. Barrel, muzzle. I'm probably not gonna have everything. It's all gonna be unlocked through bullshit. Like, go level up the submachine gun to unlock this item you need for the sniper rifle, because that's super relevant. And why are there so many fucking attachments? Is there even a difference? I would give you long range. I feel like this is not going to be a good build. This looks like a sniper build, like a sniper build. Yeah, this looks like shit. Maybe someone else has a better one? Does no one have a K98 build? Maybe not? This is 2024. Yeah, I made a 12-minute long video talking about the best Carniati loadout. One week ago, and it's 36 minutes. That's crazy. Like, holy fuck. What did you put on it? That's a better question. I sometimes hate YouTube for this shit because I understand like when you want to make a YouTube video on like how to do loadouts, how to do builds. The problem I have with a lot of it is that people want to like get you to watch as long as possible so their video does better, and then they put the loadout right at the end. And it's like as if people aren't going to click your video and go right to the end anyway. Like they're not just going to check it and then go to it. The other thing too is sometimes creators do something that's a little more scummy to me, is they'll go through each item individually, but they won't show you all the items. They just put like a couple of them on there one at a time, and they don't show you the full loadout. And then it's like, dude, just put the full loadout on the fucking thing. Like, it's crazy. I guess you could run a laser sight. I don't think you need to though, right? Now the question is, what scope do you want? I'm not familiar with any of these. Maybe the default one? This one's not gonna work, dude. There's no way. We'll try it, but I'm gonna run to the restroom while we search for a lobby. We'll see. Wish me luck. Else my internet's freaking the fuck out because I'm streaming too much. All right, I'm back. I think the Dorito one. Oh, the scope. I mean, that could work. Sometimes I don't like the Dorito one.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding the deployment.
We could test it. We'll see. I think it's just that I always feel better with the Kar 98. Yeah. It's too slow. But I think you could use it.
All stations, we are green to go.
Because if you can just break armor, duck, weapon slide, pull out a submachine gun and kill him. You could do that medium, long range, close range. I think that'd be fine. I don't see that as a problem. Do you remember Crossfire? How's it going, man? Discord has job postings? Ah, I doubt it. Probably nothing that I could do. I think the biggest issue with like job hunting or job searching is that they're not gonna train you. Ever. They don't do that shit anymore. It's like, look, we need somebody that can do this one oddly specific thing, but we want you to be the best at it. And we're not gonna hire anyone else that is okay. So it's like, you're just fucked. You're absolutely cooked. At this point, I'm just gonna go get a job at McDonald's. I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I'm just so tired of filling out applications, getting told like, oh yeah, we'll be in touch. Let's schedule an interview. Okay, and then they just never follow the fuck up. It's so irritating. I think he's here. Oh, is someone getting in a fight over there? Oh, a thing? Ew. Gross. There should be like two guys here, and there's the guy parachuting.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
I should have killed him, but that fucking recoil is crazy. I'm telling you, man, the recoil on this little... It gets crazier as I shoot it. It like pulls really hard one direction. I don't like that at all. Oh, they're both above me. But it's like a good submachine gun. He might repeat that. He's climbing. He's on the roof. He's getting shot at by somebody else. He didn't know about me. Not enough for loadout. And I don't have 3 kills, but like 3 kills, no loadout? Fuck. Brutal. There's a chest behind me, but it is what it is. Sometimes I'll go back for him, sometimes I won't. What the fuck is this loot? Holy shit. The fuck? Bounty's over here. Question is, do I go... Well, I gotta get a loadout anyway. I could just go here and maybe try to get one. And my bounty said, fuck that. And he just ran. He is out of here. Dude, what is with all these gold chests, bro? I knew it as soon as I fucking did it, man. I knew it. I checked and everything, didn't see anybody, and as soon as I fucking call it in, I immediately get shot at. And he's just sitting right there. How did I not see it? Viewers growing? I mean, not really. Or not really, unfortunately, no. I wish, but not really. Senior product marketing manager? Yeah, I'm not a product marketing manager. I have marketing experience, but not for that. I would argue probably not. That's the problem. I mean, I appreciate you mentioning it, but yeah, I'm kind of fucked, man. A lot of the other jobs too, like that, require you to move to like Los Angeles, and I really don't want to move to Los Angeles. If I could do a remote position, sure, but yeah, right. That ain't gonna fucking happen anytime soon. Worst pistol in the game, by the way. I'm gonna die. Yikes. The fire rate's so bad. If they just made it fire a little bit quicker, it'd probably be one of the better pistols in the game. So my loadout is there, and I fucking know he's gonna be camping that shit. There's no way he's not. He's like, hey, there's a box. He's gonna come back for it, like, every time. Uh-oh. Someone did a dono. Whoa, Sean, what the
Cross.
fuck?
How's everything going?
Where have you been? Holy fuck, dude. Sean, thank you for the $50 dono. Excuse your face. Not that I expected that one. I'm gonna have to find a way to give you credit for that because I don't have the donation thing set up to have a place for cash donations yet on stream. That's something I haven't added in because I couldn't decide where to put it. Most of my audience is on Facebook, and most of my audience donates stars. And I'm not complaining, but I haven't figured out where to put like the alerts. Like I have the top donation there for stars, but holy fuck. Thanks, man. How have you been? What the hell? That was unexpected. Also, I wonder if that alert even shows up on my menu. For some reason, I don't see it on... Maybe it's disabled. I'm dead. I'm not even paying attention. GG's. I was looking for the dono stuff. And stuff's fine. I'll just restart a new game. I'm not worried about it. Let me see. Where is that? Or why is that not listed? In the... Maybe it's filtered out? Facebook, like, shares. I don't need shares. Stars, supports, gifted subs. Streamlabs tips. It should be there. But for some reason it's not. I do YouTube things, but I don't have anything set up for YouTube. That's so weird that I can't see your name for that. The real question is, how am I going to set that up to do like credit though, if I can't get it to pop up in Streamlabs? What about maybe it's on OBS? Yeah, top session donor. It shows up there, but it doesn't show up in the other one. What if I do... What if I add... how would I do that? I could duplicate it. And then maybe do... green? But then I'm going to need a label. How can I get the label fixed? Also, what chat are you in? That's a better question. I did product management remote. I mean, I don't think I would be opposed to product management, but it's just like getting a job is just, it's such a pain in the ass. U-Haul is always hiring. Yeah, I can only imagine. I feel like there's probably a high turnover for U-Haul. People just get tired of people's shit. Also, moving's really stressful, so your customers are probably assholes to begin with. I know that sounds like really blunt, but you're dealing with people that are already stressed out. They're moving, doing whatever, and then you have to give them bad news on certain shit too. It becomes a problem. Okay, so I could do top donation there. And then I could do... What if I copy this one, duplicate it? But then I do top donation cash. Top direct donation. You're going to have two names on the screen that are going to be the same for a second. And I'm going to try to see if I can get this to work the way I want it to work.
Check your gear and weapons.
Now the question is, where is his name? It's a direct donation. There's $30. Top monthly, top session, maybe? Session donation, session donors. Session top donations. Donation. What if I do session? Monthly YouTube. This is something I haven't fixed since I started multi-streaming, and it's been a thing that I needed to do. I just never did it. Facebook followers, like count, donation amount, session donors. What if I do donation? I could do top donations. Hey, what do you know? It worked. Okay. The only problem is I have two things there. I need to probably do like star donator or star donations maybe on the other one. I just changed the wrong name. But yeah, holy fuck, Sean. Thank you, man. I don't even see you in chat, though. Where the fuck are you? You just coming to donate and, like, not yell at me? Or do I not see your comment somewhere and I should be looking somewhere? Not there. Not over there. You deserve it. Appreciate it, man. I think the hard part is like recognizing names, like real names and Facebook names and then Twitch names from people. Sometimes it's hard to figure out who's who. That was the big part when I switched from YouTube to Facebook. A few people came over. Not a lot. But a few originally. And then when I went back to Twitch, it's like a lot of Facebook people would come over to Twitch or YouTube, and then I still don't know who's who. Like, they'll have a completely different name. I'm just like, who are you? But, no, that's absolutely ridiculous, so thank you, man. Must be outside. The guy on my side of the bridge. Ah, fuck off. I don't have the ammo for that. I have 1 bullet, because when you pick up a sniper, it only gives you 5. It should give you 10. That's crazy that it only gives you 1. Like 1 set. And finding sniper ammo is like fucking impossible. Better chance finding Waldo. He's got a... there's a lot here. Holy fuck, there's a guy behind me too. There's 5 guys nearby. I'll probably get sniped by the clown behind me. And I didn't really want to miss that one, but oh well, shit happens. I'm worried about that guy on the hill. Oh, what the fuck? It pulled the chute. That's so weird. Are you not allowed to jump off the ladder without pulling the chute? Since when? What the fuck? That's so weird, dude. That's not what I expected at all. That's fucking annoying.
Success means redeployment.
I thought you could jump off ladders still, and not like I can't believe it pulled my parachute from like 2 feet off the ground. Is that normal? Man, that guy, he's crouch walking in the gulag. That's a disaster. If you crouch walk, you're just asking to get killed. Like, you're just so slow that if somebody sees you, you can't move out of the way. You can't dodge bullets. There's a guy right here. And people just abuse you. What are you doing in the road, buddy? It's such a weird thing to be doing. Maybe the Kilo's the go-to gun now. I don't think it has the killing power that you want, though. It feels a little slow compared to maybe the AMAX, but I think its bullet velocity's okay. Is the guy here, I think? Or was he closer to the buy? Ah, he's getting a loadout.
16 rounds out. Enemy UAV overhead.
And a UAV. Neat. He's pushing me. Oh, GG's. Holy fuck, you're faster than I thought. God damn. I didn't think he could get in there that quick. He was already, like, in the bar. I thought he was already outside, walking in, and I had time. Alright, guess not. Misread that. That might actually be a separate player, too. That might not be the loadout guy. It's possible there were 2. But I don't know. That's still frustrating. Like I said, I'm not playing very well. It always takes too long to find solos. Loving the regular stream. Sup, Julian? How you doing? I see you lurking all the time, so I can kind of tell. I can definitely tell. I normally don't chat, but I'm always usually here. Been watching for a long time. I know. I remember. I've recognized you, but I never see you in the chat. So I was so confused. I was like, "Are you on Facebook or on YouTube? Or are you on Twitch? Like, where the fuck are you?" And I didn't see your comment. Right now, I'm using a different streaming software, so this is all different. I'm using Meld, which is like OBS, and the main reason for it is that I can do vertical streaming the same time I do horizontal, and I wanted to do some experimenting. I'll probably stream on TikTok at some point with vertical, but the one thing I'm trying to do is they have a chat feature that merges your YouTube and Twitch chat into one chat. Now, eventually they'll have multiple chats all tied together, and the problem I had is it's like, well, if you're going to come in and donate $50, I want to say thank you, and I want to make sure that I didn't miss your comment, so I'm like sitting here nervous that you said something and I didn't read it. And then the other thing is that there's a glitch right now with Meld where I see the chat. It's on my left, well, I guess it's on my right side, and I can read it, but it's not showing YouTube messages because Meld is trying to get requests. The way that the programming works, it sends like an API request to pull the data, I guess, and it needs to do that every so often, but they have a max number of requests that they can do within a certain time frame, like a daily limit. Now, if they hit that limit, they can't pull any more. So what that means is if there's too many users that are using the chat on Meld, which there's thousands probably by now, is it can't pull the chat. So if I'm looking at that chat on Meld and I don't have YouTube up behind it, I have no idea your comment even went through. So I was just like, fuck, like, where's this dono coming from? like, and then it's like, what stream are you on? You should do some content videos on stream. Seems a lot of people have interest. Like live reactions to content. I've done it before, but then you have to re-edit it and trim it and post it later. I mean, it works in some ways, but usually I like scripting my video content and then editing it off stream and then re-uploading. Oh, just teaching? Yeah. Well, if I could actually get more than 5 kills, I might go back to teaching people, but lately I just feel like a fucking potato. I don't know why that is. I mean, I've been dropping like 12 and 15 kill games occasionally, but it's not like I used to. Like every game I would play, I'd drop 10, you know, at least minimum. And that was like a normal game. Now I'm like getting like 4 and I'm just like, fuck, like I suck. So I don't feel really confident with it. I think it's going to take me a long time to get back to what I was doing if I really stick with it. Dropping 20, that's gonna be fucking impossible almost at this point. I think he's like right here. I think there's 2. Because there was another guy I thought that landed over here. Or close to me. Maybe it was him. But I did hear him parachute down. I wonder if he went into the terminal or not. That's probably what he did. No, he's above me. He's right there. I was trying to bait him to look at me. I don't think he's gonna do it. I also don't have loadout money. Well, teaching best practice on streaming, how to do content creation, I mean, I can. But only so many people are interested in that. But even then, it's also different for everybody. Like, you can tell people how to do content creation, how to stream, and give them general advice. But it doesn't mean that they'll follow it. And then they also have to kind of figure it out for themselves. You know, trial and error. I also say that there's no guarantees, because that's a little bit more of a challenge.
UAV available for tasking.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
He's up here with me.
Reloading. Changing max.
Priority tasking request. UAV entering AO.
I'm reloading. Effective fire.
I was a sniper. I'm gonna get hit.
You've got gas moving in.
R98 my dick, dude.
Reloading.
So the other guy probably ran. Could get views. I mean, to some degree. That's the original guy that was in my build. I'm surprised I didn't kill him. 20 hits? Wait, what? Does it count all the hits from every engagement? That's crazy. He got headshots on me. That's why I died.
Not a curry, that's a fire name.
I checked out the new submachine gun. I picked it up like once and then I died. So I haven't really looked at it. I think I found it once. Maybe twice, but I knew I found it like originally because it was the one I found was different. It had like a 64 round mag on it or something crazy. But I don't think I got to use it very much.
Time to fight your way out of here. Be ready. You're next.
I just wish I wasn't playing like a bot. Fuck, man. It's stressing me out.
Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination.
Oh boy, let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna make bail
He's going to the right, maybe.
Gonna make bail.
I gotta reload, fuck. He walked right into it. That's so bad. That's so bad. I'd say I'm undefeated in the gulag, but that ain't true. That fucking handgun pistol, the other one that's really slow, pisses me off and I die every time. Every time. Like 9 times out of 10, I lose with that handgun. The one I have now is okay, but the other one, oh, it's a fucking disaster. And that one I don't like. All right, light machine gun. Great. Got a few people around, maybe? Need loadout money. And then I need a better weapon.
An enemy hunting you. Stay sharp.
I'd rather take the KSV. I don't know if the C9's better than the KSV or not. You know, sniping choppers in solos is gonna be annoying, if not impossible. It's getting closer.
I'm reloading. Friendly loadout drops on the way.
I can hear him.
Gas is inbound.
He's either under me here or he's...
Look around.
Ah, fuck me, dude. Longest snipe of my life.
Taking effective fire.
Yeah, I can't win this. I can't win it. There's no way. That sniper, I think, is too slow now. The C9 doesn't seem very reliable either off ground. It's got a little bit more... Like, it feels like I'm shooting spit wads at people, but I don't know. I need a rifle, like an AMAX or something, maybe, and then I could do a little bit better. But even that fight, dude, it just felt so out of it. I don't know, I can't focus today. Almost didn't stream, but there I am. I want to try doing something, but yeah, it's just not working. I know the more I play, the better I'll get at it, but it's going to take me time. I've seen a couple people using it. Looks like a pretty good close quarter upgrade. We'll know the damage at some point. Someone will probably put up the damage chart for the new SMG, and then we can compare it. I think they probably already did. I don't know what a good website is, though. Maybe there's like a stat website still. I don't know how often they update it. The Ladra is listed, #1 close range, supposedly. But HDR says HDR is still the #1 supposedly too, but it's slow as fuck. And then AK-47 #1, but it says #2 close range. How do you unlock the new submachine gun? You have to do this thing? Or does it just give it to you? How's the rate of fire? I have no idea. I literally picked it up and I don't even remember shooting it. Like, I wish I knew. Like, I really do. I really do wish I knew. I just don't remember shooting it. And I think I died or just swapped it out for something else. Oh no, I think when I picked it up, there was a loadout gun on the ground and I grabbed that.
Use this time for some
I'll show you
target.
guys something that's kind of funny. I'll show you guys something that's interesting this game if it'll work. We're going to want the AMAX Car 98. And what I'm going to do, where's the zone? We'll try this. We'll attempt it. We'll go out here. If I can. I'm going to get shot. Fuck off, dude. It's pre-game lobby. And you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. And you're just fucking it up. For no reason. Like, fuck off. Okay, so if I land here, I don't have enough time. How do I?
All stations, green light with the
I can't do it. How the fuck? I don't remember what my keyboard. Did they patch it?
Battle Royale.
How the fuck do you drop a weapon? I don't remember. My keybangs are all different, so I have no idea what they are. But if you go and you drop your weapon in the pregame lobby on the ground, you can go pick it up when you land. Like, I'm 99% sure that still works, because it came back with the update. I don't know how long it'll last, but it works.
No, please.
No, no, please. I gotcha. Who's shooting RPGs? There's a lot of players here. There's like 4 or 5. Like, I thought you could just press tab, but I think that maybe they disabled it. Is there a hotkey to drop it instead? That's probably what it is. What's it like to be able to play the game? I don't know, man. What's it like being banned for cheating? You know? You playing chess lately too? Okay, that's mean. That's mean. I'm gonna get sniped for sure. Ah! Ow! There's 2 of them. He didn't know about the other guy.
Reloading.
There's that guy. That's a decoy. I was hoping that guy would peek me through the window. I could snipe him.
Incoming.
Ah! Oh, I collided.
Motherfucker.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow.
Hey, is you okay, baby?
No. It stings. You got any Neosporin?
I'm reloading. Effective fire. Reloading. Changing max.
Oh, there's another sniper in front of me. Fuck. There's a guy pushing my building. And then there's that fucking guy up here. And then there's a guy on the bank behind me. Ah! Nope, 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 nope.
Reloading.
Ah, I fucking fucked that up. Ow. Ow. He might push me. I'm more worried about this guy.
Moving here.
Yeah, I hear him. Oh, what the fuck? Connection to the Blizzard game server has been lost. Please exit and try again. All right, thanks, dude. Good timing. Good timing. This is CJ's fault. He got me banned. Oh, fuck. The whole game crashed. Okay. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Like, what a disaster. It was a good game, too. Well, it was a good start. I was probably going to die to that guy, but I was also shooting him in the chest. So I might have won that fight. Might have. Wait, I can rejoin? There's no way. I'll be in the gulag, right? There's no way. When does Cross start playing on mouse and key? Like when I played PUBG like 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Probably when I quit playing Call of Duty in general, and then I went to H1Z1, and then eventually Fortnite for a little bit. I played on mouse and key. I think I just died. I heard something die. Oh. Sweet reconnection. Yeah, that's super good. Super good. We reconnected, boys. We reconnected. What a game. What a game. What a game. Yeah, GG's. 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 Ooh, I can reconnect? Like, fuck off. And I was like, I know it's going to put me in the gulag, and I don't even know if I'm going to be alive. And sure enough, it's me getting killed, and I hear myself getting eliminated before I get back in. Fantastic. Well, at least we get to test out the clip feature. That'd be kind of cool. That worked pretty well, though. I wonder what happens if I press this. Did it clip it? Or did it not do it? Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. When I do that on the other system, it doesn't clip it. It like pulls up a fucking screen here because it's like a weird keyboard command. That's good. I like that. Now the question is, do I have my clips? Live stream, meld recordings. I wonder how the quality looks. 8.99 gigs. Interesting. How big's the clip? 130. Nah. That would push me. The quality's kind of doo-doo. I'm more worried about this guy in the clip. I don't like that. Yeah, I hear him. Because it's going to be stream quality. And stream quality is really bad compared to raw quality. I mean, it works, but it's like really pixelated. I wonder if that's because they use MKV outputs, or if they don't let you change. Well, can you change the recording quality and the stream quality and keep them separate? Because then I could set recording. I can redo the recording output, but I can't change the stream. So it's clipping. It's clipping based off the stream quality. It's not clipping based off whatever you set it as. Huh. I don't like that. I think I'm going to have to use OBS for a while going forward. It's not a problem, but I don't like that. I also wish the colors of the chat were different because everyone's name is just blue. And I can't tell like differences unless you like look right at their name. I don't like that either. That's what it's all about. Hard work pays the bills and pay off. Who's else gonna do it? Like you? Who else is gonna pay my bills? Nobody. Nobody. At least I don't think so. Anyone want to donate a small loan of $1 million? Just a small loan. No big deal. Just a small loan. I wonder what the tax implications would be on donating $1 million. Like, if you had $1 million, because you'd have to pull the $1 million from your account. So that would mean for the year you made $1 million. So you personally would get taxed at like, I don't know, 25, 30%. And it would be marginal, but you'd still get a higher tax rate because you did it. But I wonder if it would count because you donated it. But I also feel like if you tip it to somebody, that wouldn't count as a donation. That would count as like a purchase. so it wouldn't be deductible. Well, it might be. I don't think it would be because it's not like you're donating to like a normal charity. That'd be, yeah, interesting.
Battle Royale.
Nah, I don't think you could do that.
Be advised, gas is close.
All right, fuck. So I guess they labeled things for like donation, not donation, sorry, but like money areas, like high loot areas. They have like the little money signs and the red name next to them. It's like, hey, this is a high value area. You should land here.
Primary objective is to eliminate.
And there's like 2 plates and a pack of gum. My girl doesn't pay my bills. No, sometimes my wife's boyfriend pays my bills. Sometimes. But no. No. Unfortunately, no. Nope. I'm not married either. It's weird. It's funny how that works. This is a new gun too, the siren. I heard him. He's over there. He's probably inside. Baby, come back. It's kind of rude, isn't it? Oh, boo. I still gotta get here. Unless he moved up and he's here. I know, he pulled back. You gotta reload. He's just standing there, bro. Standing there menacingly. Damn, dude, that's wild. Shh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a secret. What did he say? Nothing. I said nothing. What, you guys never seen like the Reddit posts about the dudes like, yeah, sometimes my wife's boyfriend. Like he usually, you know, he takes care of stuff. It's a joke, chat. Get with it. All right, what gun did you get? Car 98. Ooh, fancy. Loadout. Ooh, I'm being hunted. Exciting.
Stay sharp.
Exciting. Ooh, gunshots. Ooh. I wonder if he's up top or just outside. He's up top. He's way up top. I can't jump up here. Fuck.
Gas inbound.
Why can't we just get along, guys? Why are we gonna do the double teaming? I don't see him on the rooftop anymore, but this dude's somewhere. He doesn't have plates. Ah, that's a different guy. We found him.
Reloading.
Not careful, I'm gonna get pushed. I'm gonna pinch. Little pinch. Eat.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Oh fuck, oh fuck. Ah, there's another one. There's another guy behind me. Why don't you guys fight each other? Why do you guys fight me, you fucking idiots? That's wild, dude. You guys have never heard those jokes on Reddit? Like, come on, man. Come on. You guys need to start hanging out more in like the Wall Street Bets subreddit. People just talking shit. You gotta get out more, you know? I don't have any rocks. I'd throw one, but ugh. Bummer. Yeah, the double team there, not great. Not great. And I almost killed the other guy that pushed me in the smoke. Like, if the gun had a little bit more ammo in it, I probably would have killed him. But I ran out of ammo when he dive bombed the smoke, which is fine. But if I could reload, I could re-peek and challenge him again and kill him. But as I'm getting shot in the back, no. I'm not gonna win that. You can't join Reddit. Ah, fuck, man. That's unfortunate. Night, man. Have a good one. Oh, wait, you commented that last time. Just keep shitting on your house. You know, it happens. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Do. Back to the lobby for that guy. Now, what do you want to bet? They're camping my loadout here. So I land here, I get shot from here or the tree line. What do you wanna wager? What's the over on that? Like $5? Like $1? I can afford $1. I got $1. I picked the wrong fucking class again. I just swap my classes around, so I grabbed the Kar 98. Oh, he's fighting. He's doing things. Interesting. There's another guy behind me. There's another guy behind me. I heard him and I couldn't turn in time. I was trying to get around that wall so I could like turn and then challenge, but I was like, I know he's gonna be right behind me. I need to get to cover and then turn, but I was already getting shot, so it's just too late. I hate that shit. Did I enjoy being in FaZe Clan? Hit and miss. I think I like the idea of the team, but I didn't necessarily like the team because the more time I spent there, the more I realized the ownership was just more about what they could get for themselves and not what they could get for their members as a whole or as a collective. So it was kind of one-sided in my opinion. And I think that still stands true today. There are members that are really successful in the organization and in the team, but I would say that they mostly achieve that by themselves. A lot of the time, there are also moments where it just didn't feel like a team. It felt like you were giving more effort to the organization than what you were getting in return, that they would just take advantage of you in ways that you wouldn't expect or their expectations. I remember way back when I was in, they wanted me to upload all my content to the team channel first. And the idea behind that is you have like these montage releases. So you put out a montage. And I did a lot of Call of Duty sniping. So I would make Call of Duty montages, just highlights, whatever. I make episodes. They would want me to put all those clips into a video first, upload it to their channel. I would still get paid, but I would get paid ad revenue from the video on their channel. And then I would upload the episode to my channel. And that's okay. Like, that's fine. But I remember I would do like an edit, like I'd do a daytage. And a daytage is you play for the day, you throw all the clips in, and you make a video for that day. So I would do that every day. And I would get a really good clip, and I would put that in the daytage. And they would get mad at me for uploading those clips in the daytages instead of putting them in my episodes. I'd still put my best clips in the episode, and FaZe would get it either way. But they were upset because people, quote, already saw it. And it's like, it doesn't matter. My channel's way smaller than the team channel, and it's still going to get 500,000 views anyway. It's not hurting anything. But they wanted control, is what they wanted. They would limit you based on that. And that was how it always was. And the minute you weren't helpful or useful to them, they would just get rid of you. Now, the other part was there was a lot of, like, cliques or social friendships among management, not so much with the montage group, where anybody that was in the FaZe house was kind of like an exception. It's like, yeah, if you're in the FaZe house, well, you're like an owner, and you could kind of take advantage of, you know, everybody else in a sense. Like, you can grow off everybody else's work because you're in the house, you're working together, you're making videos together constantly. But all the montage makers, the snipers, and everyone who made video content for like people that really made video content, like the majority of the snipers and creators there, those were the guys that didn't really see the growth because FaZe didn't really promote them. They'd upload their videos, they'd upload their montages, but when it came to like doing anything outside of montage work, oh, you want to come to the FaZe house? You want to come do video content? No, not a chance. And it was very limited. So you had a lot of people that would do like vlog content or just Call of Duty commentary stuff. Those were the guys that were always getting more popular and more successful because they built the FaZe house around it. And they never worked with the montage creators and the sniping guys, which is what FaZe was known for. It's like, so you just put 5 people in a house out of a roster of 50. And it's like, oh, you picked all of the ownership members to put in a house. You didn't put like the entertainer guys or the creators in a house. It's like weird. Like, so there were a lot of little details like that, but I remember like arguing with them constantly about shit. I would make a montage episode and Seabass would get mad at me. He was the co-leader at the time. He would get mad at me for using a certain sniper rifle. He'd be like, well, we can't use that sniper rifle in your montage. It's not a bolt action or some bullshit. And he'd be like, you have to get it re-edited and then I'll upload it. Now, the problem there was I would have like 5 or 6 videos ready to be uploaded, and he'd pick like episode 3 out of episode 9. And it's like, so I got to get episode 3 re-edited so you could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like the fuck. So I would have to take like 2 or 3 weeks to find the editor, tell him to correct it, re-edit it, find a replacement clip, and it would take time. And then by that time, it's like, well, fuck, dude. Like, he'd find another problem. And I remember he got mad at me for like my color correction or something. Like, oh yeah, the way that it's edited isn't like what you should have. You should have it done differently. And I think the funniest one to me was like Agony. There was a montage maker called Agony at the time. It's 2 twins, Devin and Kieran. And they use like hardcore screamo rock music, which is also the same fucking music I've always used in my montages. I'm sorry. And Seabass like looked at me in the face and was like, hey, Cross, you can't use hardcore metal or rock because that's what Agony does. And I'm like, bro, all my episodes have used hardcore rock or metal. Like, like he goes, yeah, but that's like his thing. And I was like, dude, that's been my thing forever. Why is it a problem now? And I think it was him just wanting to be controlling. And at the same time, I think it was him also just finding shit to gripe about. And personally, I think he just didn't like me because there were always moments where he would say something and I would just disagree with him. And I was always the guy who would disagree with management every fucking time. And that doesn't make you popular. Like, they would do dumb shit. I remember there was a time where there's a guy named Willie G, FaZe Willie G. He was like one of the more original members. And he got asked to make a video or something. So he made videos on the team channel. And then I think it was something like he joined Optic Gaming, I think is what happened. And FaZe was upset that he joined Optic. I can't quite remember how it went down. But I remember that he uploaded a couple videos to the FaZe channel. And Tommy was like, I'm not going to fucking pay him. I'm not going to pay him the ads for it. I'm not going to pay him the money. And I told Tommy, I was like, Tommy, look, you need to pay him. He did the videos. Just pay him. End it on a good note. You know, there's no reason not to pay him. It's his video. It's his upload. It's his money. Like, pay him. Like, you're going to pay the rest of us. Fucking pay him. He was a member. He did what he was supposed to do as a member. Like, this is a no-brainer. Like, this is an easy question. And I remember he's like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Not going to pay him. And then it went like to another level of Optic Hex, the owner of Optic Gaming, who was like a 40-year-old, 30-year-old plus man at the time. Keep in mind the rest of the FaZe members were like 17, 20. And he told Machinima, who was our YouTube network back then, to upload the guy, like, to pay us. Like, and I was like, I fucking told you. So he basically went all the way around to try to circumvent paying this guy. And it was maybe like $1,000. And the money was already there. Like, he could have just paid it. Hate pushing this building. I honestly don't know where he is. He's just gonna hide. Oh, he ran across the street. Or it's a different player altogether. Oh, he's got self. What the actual fuck? I don't think I'm gonna win that. Because he'll be rezzed. I can't see him. I'm going to lose because he has hard cover and I don't. I didn't realize he was in the middle. But yeah, it was just a fucking bunch of shit like that. And I think part of it was that at the time, I think I was a little bit older. I was in college. I was going to school for marketing and business. And they were kind of graduating high school. And I looked at it like, do the right thing. It's really simple. Just pay him. Causes no problems, causes no issues. You have no, like, it's just the right thing to do, and you leave on, and you look like the good dude. Like, yeah, he's leaving the organization, yeah, he's quitting, but you left things square, like how they should be. And they didn't want to hear that. And there were tons of issues like that constantly, all the time. Just little shit that was like really controlling, micromanaging. And I would call him out on it. I was like, why does it matter? Like, just let us do it the other way. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I think Seabass fucking hated it. Because Tommy would take my side on it a lot of the time, and then Tommy got annoyed. Like, Tommy got annoyed because I would always, like, bring him into shit when Seabass and I were fighting. But I also remember him, like, yelling at Seabass that Cross was right, and you gotta let this shit go. Like, it's such a small, like, thing. Like, you guys just, like knock that shit off. Like, it's just so stupid. You gotta try new things and whatever else, yada, yada, yada. But so even Tommy got mad at Seabass over it. But Seabass was always a co-founder. And I think what pissed me off the most about Seabass is that he was a co-founder and he never made video content. He never made montage content. He never streamed. He never did the editing. He never did anything other than management. Now, I think he might have made montage content, like, privately, like, once or twice, like, way back. But he was always just like a channel manager. Like, I just do the uploading, I do the business stuff, and it's like, do you really, though? Like, because I never saw him do the business shit. So all he would do is just plan shit. He's like, oh, we're going to do the montage work for, you know, like, ill cams. So he would get all the clips put together, which was make a Dropbox and just have people put the clips in. And then my guess is he would just sort them and then send them off to editors. So, sure, he's doing some management, but at that level, it's like, dude, that's just basic shit. Like, what? And I think part of it that pissed me off was he was just so controlling, and he never experienced what it was like to be a montage maker. He never knew the pressure behind being told, like, oh, you need to change your clip because that clip is not a bolt action clip, and we can't have semi-automatic clips in the thing because we're only going to do bolt action, and, you know, just like making up excuses. And he was never on that side of it. So I think he just really never understood it, and I never respected him for it because it was just, you're just making a bullshit to just be frustrating, like, to be annoying. And I think over time people figured that out, and I mean, Rain hates Seabass. Fucking hates him. There's a guy here. Actually, there's two here. Alright, is there two of you or one of you?
Loadout drop headed your way. Hostile UAV in the area.
Inconclusive.
Right.
There's about 4 of us.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
The other guy will push me.
Oh, that sucks. Now there's like 3 of us here. Ain't a lie. There has to be 3.
We're cuddling.
Yeah. We're having a fun time. You know, we're just all party animals over here. We're all having a good time, you know. Nothing too crazy.
No. Yeah, nothing crazy, nothing crazy.
Ooh, you little fucker. There's
Actually 4 of us. What the fuck?
Chilling. There is 4 of us, yes. Whoever's in the apartment building, get rid of the fuckers and race them, like, you know, outside. Oh god. Oh, man, you're fucking crazy. I do not want to fight you. Oh my god.
I don't think he expected that. That was funny. Holy shit.
No. Fucking ran into one dude and ran into the next guy.
There's a guy down low and then another guy on the other side. So he's over here. Oh, I just saw him plating. I got that other fucker up above me. I kind of fucked up my crouch there. Ah, GG's. The recoil was too much. I was just all over the place. Yeah, I think I could have killed that guy. I should have put my last plate on. That was part of why I died, but it was a decent fight. But yeah, there are little things about FaZe that I think that was like more frustrating. But at the same time, it was interesting because you're playing in this organization that was really popular, really cool to make videos for. And I remember way back in the day, way back when I first got into Call of Duty, I looked at like making montage content. I saw like Grizz, I saw other montage makers like Optic Gaming, and I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to get better at sniping. I want to learn how to quickscope a little bit more, and I want to make montage content. And I think it was just to showcase that you're like a talented or skillful player. So I started experimenting more with sniping. And this would have been back on like Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, and even like Modern Warfare 3 as things progressed. And I started a channel, made montages for a bit, got more successful, more popular on it, co-founded a team called Darth Empire, which was like a montage sniping team. And part of the reason I got pulled into that was because there was another team. There was Optic Gaming and M40A3. M40A3 was named after the sniper rifle in COD 4, the M40, you know, M40A3, the full version of it. And M40 was basically, if you joined M40, you could maybe join Optic. That was kind of how it worked. You would join M40, people would recognize you, you'd make content, and then Hex might notice you and then pull you into Optic Gaming. So my goal was always to join Optic Gaming. And I remember I made friends with a couple M43 members over time. I just started sniping more. They saw my video content. I had other friends that were snipers. And then you just started playing with other friends and other people that were in the sniping community. And I remember I tried to join M40. A couple of the members wanted me to join, but the founder at the time wouldn't let me join. And then there was another person, his name was M40A3 Aimbot, and he was a competitive leader of M40. And I knew him, but he ran like competitive sniping and some other stuff. So it wasn't the same as like the montage channel. It was a little different. So he ended up quitting M40 and he started Darth Empire, and then he asked me to come with him. And then I eventually became the co-founder, co-leader of Darth Empire. And then shortly after that, I joined FaZe Clan. I met Tommy in a free-for-all game. He's the owner of FaZe Clan. And then I started sniping, hitting montage feeds, started playing with him more. There's Heist. FaZe Heist is basically the reason I joined FaZe. Heist was a good friend of mine, Garrett, and he invited me to join the free-for-all match. So I like session joined back then. He's like, hey, FaZe Temper's in my game. You should join my lobby. I was like, all right, fine. And I was about to go to bed. It was like 3 a.m. So we played for a couple hours. I joined the lobby, got into the game, and we just started sniping montage stuff. And like I started hitting clips, and he was like, holy shit. So he sent me a friend request. He sent Heist a friend request. And then a couple days later, we were just playing constantly. He'd pull me into the lobby, and he's like, hey, do you think Heist would want to join FaZe Clan? And I was like, I think he would. He just needs to get a capture card so he could record his gameplay and make video content. Like, that's all he needs right now. But yeah, I absolutely think he would. He's like, well, the reason I'm asking you is like, I'd also want you to join. I was like, wait, what? Like, it just threw me off. I was like, what the fuck? So at that time, I was like, I told Tommy, I was like, I need like 24 hours to think about it, to kind of get things figured out, because I'm co-leader of this other big organization at the time. And I'm like, it's a huge opportunity, but I just need to think about it to figure out how that's going to work. And then I'll give you my answer tomorrow. And I talked to Heist, and Heist is like, shut the fuck up, Cross. You're obviously going to join. Like, just join. So of course I joined, clearly. And I think at that time it was just really cool. And it was interesting because you went from being this fan of content creation, montage making, Call of Duty content, to participating in it, to being one of those people that people recognized or found your content exciting, and they appreciated it. And then not only that, now you were like one of the top people that people looked for montage making. And I was like, damn, like, how did I go from doing nothing to becoming a member in that community and actually getting there and leveling up, and then meeting other people that I liked or looked up to at the time. And it was just a really crazy experience. And I love that part of it. But the business side, and then like the micromanagement and all the other shit that people never saw behind the scenes, that part I think I despised. And I don't think that's uncommon. I think that's pretty normal for anybody in those situations. You don't realize what's happening because you don't see it. It's not at face value. You just see these guys making Call of Duty content, and you're like, oh, that must be so cool. I want to be a montage maker. But then you don't realize you see these organizations just belittling the shit out of you and just being rude or cruel in some ways, or they take advantage, and no one sees that. They just see that you make Call of Duty content, and they're like, fuck, I want to join FaZe. Why would you quit FaZe? Why would you leave FaZe? That's my dream. And it's like, well, your dream is not my dream, right? Like, it's all different. There's two. There's a guy above him and a guy below him. That's a Krig, huh? There's a guy below me, too. And there's a guy out here. I'm gonna get sniped here. This gun's cool. I like this one. This one's interesting. This might be a meta. That thing is frying. I had more ammo for it.
I'm reloading.
There's the third? He can kill me here, but I can kill him if he moves. Oh, there's another guy. There's another one. Fuck.
Welcome to the Gulag.
There's three people staring at me. There's one in the window, one on the hillside, and then one to my left somewhere. So who knows where the angles came from. But I think that's what I more so remember, like when it comes to FaZe Clan, was just there was that excitement of being part of a larger organization that people recognized and respected, and you felt, I mean, I guess like in a silly way, you felt kind of special in a sense because you were part of like that inside crowd, and it was just awesome. But at the same time, I think the longer I did that, and then I realized like ownership was really restrictive on what they wanted, and not so much about, they didn't have the same vision, or they had a different vision, which mostly just circled around themselves and not the members. I think that's what rubbed me the wrong way. And I think I realized that early on. What's up, Tingle? How you doing? Should I call you Ting Lee or Tingle? What is it? What do we call you? Just swinging by during your ban? Is that what you're doing? Getting banned on stream. What does the world come to? I'm dead. There's two players here and I have a handgun. Did I break his armor? I don't think I broke it. Yeah, there's that guy and then the other one in the building. GG's, dude. Also, I probably didn't see Taylor's comment for like half an hour. My bad. She probably long gone. She's like, fuck, this guy sucks. He doesn't reply to his chat. Did I ever consider joining another team? I did join another team for a little while. I joined Soar Gaming. SOAR. And then they wanted me to help them with marketing, like sponsorships, brand deals, partnerships, but I never really had an opportunity to. It sounds odd. Like they pulled me in to do that and nothing really ever came of it. It was just like, yeah, you're in the team, you're in the organization. And it's like, okay, cool, awesome. And then nothing. like we never did anything. It was just like, oh. But I think Soar has an issue as well. What I've noticed what Soar Gaming will do is they recruit a bunch of content creators, a bunch of streamers. They throw them into their portfolio for marketing. They boost up their marketing numbers. They present that for sponsorships and brand deals. And then it kind of goes to the ownership. And then it never really funnels to anybody else. So they just use that to kind of push their own organization. But they don't really assist any of the members. And I'm not the only one that felt that way either. I noticed it happening a little bit before, and I was like, well, maybe since I'm on the marketing side, it'll be different. But it's like, no, it wasn't. Like, it was the same thing. You're just there. And for some reason, it just didn't feel like a company or feel like a business. It felt odd. And I don't know how else to explain it. It just felt strange. They're still around and they still make content stuff, but I think they still have the same mindset of what they've been doing. Although I think recently, did they not start doing Call of Duty content more? I think a couple former FaZe members joined and they started doing montage stuff. Let me see. And I think they actually started posting more to YouTube and actually doing that as well. Because FaZe Clan had this like weird update a couple years back. I think it's like a year ago. FaZe Clan announced that they were firing everybody, basically. And there's a long story for how that happened. Basically, FaZe sold their equity in the company to these outside investors. These outside investors came in, they hired staff, they hired management, and they took over FaZe Clan, and they were producing all the stuff from the business side. They ran it like a business. And Tommy and Seabass and the others weren't really a part of it. I think Seabass was. I think he was directly involved, and then Tommy and them and Banks and some others just didn't really have a lot of power because they sold their shares, they sold their ownership stake, and they couldn't really control the decisions FaZe was making. And then once they got back, they bought the company back. I don't know how or what they did. I think another investment company came in and paid it, but they allowed creative control for Banks and some of the other members to manage it and handle it. But when they did that, not Tommy, Banks came back and got rid of like the entire montage sniping group and everybody, like all of them. He just fired everybody. And then they picked up a couple content creators and streamers just to do not montage, but streaming and Twitch stuff. Like Sketch, I can't think of the other guy. There are quite a few of them. And that was their focus, was just to have these guys be labeled as FaZe members, which I always thought was weird because I'm like, okay, you're part of FaZe Clan, you're joining FaZe Clan, but you're a massively successful streamer. So like, why join FaZe when you could just do that by yourself? Like, you don't need FaZe Clan. Like, you're already successful. Like, like it just seemed odd, and it seemed more like FaZe was taking advantage of them in certain ways. And I was like, I don't think that they need to be in those organizations. But it was really interesting to see like how they just got rid of like all these members that have been there for years. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, they got rid of Kaylee, a bunch of the other snipers. I think they kept Scope, who is more a newer recruit, kind of in a sense. Like, if you look at it from long term, I mean, he's been there for a while now, but it was just odd. Like, they got rid of some people that have been there for forever. And they're like, nah, this gun, I think, is going to be a menace. This thing looks like it's actually really good. But I was just really pissed off by it because I'm like, dude, you're just firing people that have been there for 10 years that are still producing content and doing well to some level, and you're just going to get rid of them because you don't, like, what? Like, that just seems crazy. Like, leave them in the org, let them do whatever they want to some extent, but like just firing and getting rid of people is nuts. Also, FaZe Clan hates women, so it made sense that they got rid of Kaylee as soon as possible. But what's weird to me about that one, and that one pissed me off because I know Kaylee and she works hard. She was a montage maker, like, well, kind of. She was a montage maker a little bit, and she did sniping, but she was mostly like a streamer entertainer. And I think their complaint was that when they hired her, management hired her, not FaZe. And it's like, okay, so they got rid of her, but she was still like a really successful streamer. Like, she's pulling like 500 to 2K concurrent viewers on Twitch. You know, she was doing great, and she busted her ass to make montage content, to be part of FaZe Clan. She's been in the community almost as long as me, and she deserved it, and I think she earned it. And they're like, nah, fuck you, you're out. And I think part of it was because she's a woman, and people are like, you can't say that, but FaZe Clan hates women. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Anytime, like, it's like, oh, are you gonna ever recruit like a female streamer? Nope. And then Kaylee kind of broke the mold there. They brought her on board. She was like the first one. And there's an entire drama segment, not with Kaylee, but with that actress. I wish I could remember her fucking name. Grace, is it Grace? I think it's Grace Dean or Van Dean or something like that. She, her dad was in a movie that I think a lot of you guys would recognize. He was Rico in Starship Troopers, and she was in Stranger Things. And she was a Twitch streamer, and I don't think people realize, like, she's kind of a nerd, and I understand like FaZe's complaint with her, like, oh, she's not really like a FaZe member like what we would normally go for. I'm like, okay, I understand that. However, she's connected to a different industry. She's successful in that industry. She was popular in that industry for that time for her short role on that show. But even then, she was a content creator and streamer. And I think overall she was a positive impact potentially to the brand. But they like fucking hated her. Like, and they like, I remember they like harassed her on stream. They like called her out in person. Like, it was just nuts. And I'm like, dude, like, that's a FaZe member. Like, sure, corporate recruited her. But even then, like, why are you guys being so insanely disrespectful for what corporate did? Like, it's your company. You're attacking your own business for these decisions publicly. Like, just shut the fuck up. Don't do that. You know, take care of it behind the scenes if you want to, but like, holy shit. Like, it was a disaster. And also too, like, I felt really bad for how just they were treating her in general. It was atrocious. And it's like, man, there's got to be like a way better way to handle that. But I remember when I saw that she got announced to join, I was like, oh no. Because I knew FaZe was a bad choice even then, and I was like, nah, you're way too good for FaZe Clan. like you need to do something else. And unfortunately, I think she got pulled into it in a way and convinced it would be different. I can't tell where he is. He's like hiding somewhere. I don't think he's up here. I think he's below me. He's not gonna peek me though. They never do. Might get shot out of a window here. He's probably ground floor and just chilling. Or he's gonna be in one of these windows. Might be here too. I think I hear another one below me. But yeah, there's a ton. Do I play ranked? No, I don't play ranked. I just started playing Warzone again recently, and I've been gone for a long time. The fuck did he shoot me from? Oh, he's right there. Yeah, of course, I get shot in the back. It's the original bounty. He's just chilling up there sniping, being a piece of shit. I can't re-peek that. gonna be dead because I don't have plates. So I just had to challenge it, but I knew he was hiding the plate. I should have just pushed in there and fought him. Rank quick scoping. There's a reason why people don't snipe in competitive modes. There's a big reason, because it's not as overpowered as people make it out to be. Like, sniping has its purposes, but compared to a submachine gun or an AR, the sniper's only useful for a few things. Cracking armor or one-shot kills, usually when people are crossing a certain point. Like, if you look at Counter-Strike, people hold choke points with it, so a player, like, peeks the choke point and they just rip their fucking head off and kill him with one bullet. That's when it's useful. But a player who's maneuvering with, like, a submachine gun, AR, they're going to be far more lethal. Wait, why did I get an elimination? Oh, he must have killed the guy hurt while I was in the gulag. But that's usually what happened, right? So people don't tend to use the snipers in those types of settings. Not anymore. Someone's hacking at military base, they say. Look at my loadout, dude. It's all the way over there. The reason that happens, the gulag is underneath the map. And if you're in the gulag while your loadout gets called in, it tries to call it in close to you. But unfortunately, you're in the gulag. So, when you respawn, the respawn could be random based on circle. And you don't always respawn where your loadout is. So you get this bullshit. And you go all the way across. I just recently started watching. I appreciate it, Salvatore. I used to stream every day for like the past 6 years. I took some mental health time off. I've been, you know, a full-time streamer probably for like 10. And I was part of Facebook Gaming for the last 5-ish or so. But when Facebook kind of closed down a little, I took some time off. And then I took too much time off. So I got to either rebuild or kind of just do this part-time now. I think I'll probably end up doing it part-time. But if I can make another run at it doing full-time, I would. But we'll see. I can always just do video content and find other sources of maybe to make income. I'm going to start an OnlyFans and sell toe pics. Sorry, what? But aside from doing that, I'll probably try to find a normal 9-to-5. What I kind of want to do right now is manage Facebook creators and their platforms. I want to do a little bit more editing for them. And I want to do a little bit more managing of their content for like a select few to test growth strategies, which I've done for myself and I've done for others already. Usually just by giving them advice on how to edit, how to start content, edit, design, you know, just overall content strategy, like introduction, script writing, the creative process. And I've worked with a few creators and now they're getting a couple million views consistently. And it's like, okay, so if I can do that, that's awesome. And I can do it for myself. I mean, this month I've got close to 20 million views, and it was like my first month back. And I did that in like 2 weeks. Now, it's not video content just yet, because I didn't really do video content, but I will in the future. But seeing that being consistent, I'm hopeful I could probably do that for other creators. But realistically, the way that would work is you just work with a couple creators, one-on-one. You manage their content, do some editing, do some highlight uploading, long-form, short-form content uploading, and then you would do a revenue split. So you would take like 50% of their ad rev, and they would get 50% of whatever you earn for uploading and managing. And I don't think that's a bad deal. If you're making them $5-10K a month, and you do that with 3 or 4 creators, I mean, yeah, you're fine. And then at that point, if it does that well with who you're working with, you can transfer it to getting staff to maybe manage clients individually, and then try to expand it a little bit more. But I don't know. I want to see. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Am I playing old school RuneScape? I am not. I did try the new Dragon Wilds though. I had old school RuneScape like a year ago, which is kind of funny to think about. I need to find a buy station.
Marking buy station.
You think he's just camping up top? Because he's my bounty and he's just scared? Or do you think he's down low? I'm probably going to get sniped. But old school RuneScape was cool. You remember Jordan? Yeah, I do. you gonna give me bad news or good news? That was a headshot, but I broke his armor. He's not dead. He's all the way up on the tippy top, dude. I can maybe get an airstrike and get him to run away. That cluster won't really work. Good news. I hope good news. When someone brings up someone that I knew in high school, it's either going to go one or two ways. It's either they're doing really well or something bad happened. He maxed out every stat on old school. Oh my god, what a fucking nerd. That's awesome though, actually. I can actually respect that. I have a couple other friends that are in the YouTube industry and they are really big into old school RuneScape. And they're obsessive with it. And I kind of know what that takes. It takes a lot. That's really sick though. I want to play more the new one, the Wildland one. It's just kind of in early access beta, which isn't bad. It's just, there's not a lot into it yet. It's kind of like Valheim, which was like this third person kind of RuneScape game without the whole RuneScape stuff attached to it. So RuneScape basically made their own version of it and then just put more of the RuneScape shit in there. But a lot of it, like, you don't have any magic in there yet. Like, you have some stuff, but you can't really do what you would do on old school RuneScape yet either. But I like the world. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. It's third person, so it has a little bit more graphics fidelity if you care about that. But I'm more curious how they're going to do, like, PvP. Because old school RuneScape, that PvP shit is crazy. It's, like, nerd heaven. Being sniped at, but I don't know from where. I don't see the lens flare. Oh, he's out. Broke his armor. I might get sniped from the tower. Gonna run out of breath here. He's got an HDR, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's pretty quiet though. I'll get that ledge on me, and then it's in trouble. Then I'm in trouble. Whoa, dude. Might get sniped in the back. Yep. Somehow. He's gonna push me. I just GG's, dude. I don't know where he shot me from, but yeah. I'm getting shot by multiple. There's multiple people shooting me. It's him, but like there's others. And also, how did he see me through smoke? Either he has the perk or ability to see through smoke with, I don't think it's Bird Eye, or it's Tracker. Or he's potentially cheating. His movement looked really shit, though. I wouldn't be shocked if he was. We'll spectate it just for funsies. I got one skill to 99 just to live out a childhood dream. I can't believe he got everything to 99. Like, that takes effort. Like, you gotta do, what? Mining, fishing, cooking, all your combat shit, everything. Right now, the other Wildland version of it is interesting because they have all that stuff planned out to some degree. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to get the experience level too, not just to level 99. You got to get the 200 million. And you got to do all of that. But then the Wildlands one is interesting because they show like the plan for it. You have all the things that level to 99. And then you have like things that you unlock underneath each one. So you'll get like different magic abilities or something that you can use for certain skills. And then I think they only go up to like level 50 right now. And then it's kind of frustrating because you'll be like, ooh, I want to do ranger skills or something. And like have like a bow skill. And then it's like, oh, we don't have any right now. We just have level 1. We don't have anything else. Like you can still level to level 40, but there's nothing you get from it. So it's just like a blank section. And the magic one's like the best example. You go look at magic and the magic one just has nothing. It's just empty, and it says coming soon. It's like, all right. But I think with early access in a game like RuneScape, that's probably the only real way to do it. You can put the game out, charge money, so you get something from it. You get the initial investment back, and you make a little bit of extra money from investing into creating it. And then you can change the price total later. So I think once the game probably comes out, they'll probably charge like $50 or $60 maybe. But right now it's $29, and it's fine. But I don't know if it'll catch on. RuneScape nerds are RuneScape nerds for a reason. They like RuneScape, and they've been stuck with it. That's why they liked old school RuneScape being a thing. So I don't know if that'll change anytime soon either. But I think having an updated version would be cool, but I don't think it'll match the PvP. I don't think it's going to match the same level of PvP that we had before. And that's what my friend tried to explain to me. Like, PvP in old school RuneScape was just so obnoxious that it was like one of the best PvP experiences you have. I was like, how's that possible? The game looks dumb. Like the graphics are horrible. But then he explained the mechanics to me. And then I was like, okay, that does make more sense. Like how that works. So it's always talked about like being this, you know, kind of cheesy whatever game, but I think that's usually when people don't realize it and it becomes really nerdy on how to do things. And it makes it more impressive. But I played it a little on stream a couple days ago because I was bored and I just wanted to test out some stream stuff. And I was like, I'm going to fucking try it. And it was interesting. So is this dude cheating? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. He's kind of just sniping at random players, but when you cheat in Call of Duty, like he might be here. He's like pre-aiming pretty hard at the door and the guy's not there. But when you snipe in Call of Duty, there's a couple things that give it away. Like as far as cheating goes when you're sniping or when you're just cheating in general, the sniper rifle works in a weird way. It's projectile based, so that means you shoot it, the bullet travels, and the bullet has to hit your target. It's not hit scan. Hit scan is when you basically shoot the bullet and it's a laser. It instantly hits whatever you're aiming at. Like you cannot, like there's no travel time. So if somebody has an aimbot and they lock onto a target and they headshot him instantly, usually you can tell like, oh, that guy's cheating. But in Call of Duty, you have guns that have weapon velocity, so it takes time for the bullet to travel. The thing about this guy is that he's basically aiming at people and he's doing that. So he's aiming at people where you don't expect them to be, but he's aiming right at their face through the wall, through the object. And then now he's shooting people through walls. And this one, you can tell that he's tracking through a wall. Like, so the player's moving and he's following where that player's moving. So yeah, this guy, I would say, is cheating. And that's probably why he shot me through the smoke like that. Now, keep in mind, there is a perk that lets you see through smoke, but it doesn't let you do this. So this is a drastically different situation than what you would normally see from a player that got lucky. Sometimes I shoot players through walls, but it's more of like, hey, I know he's in the building. I know he likes to sit in certain locations, and I know that you can shoot through these locations or certain areas, and the odds are that he might be in that corner, and I can shoot through a wooden door and maybe get a kill or maybe get a hit marker. But I know for a fact that if you're just randomly shooting walls like this, consistently breaking armor, hitting the guy, following, tracing back and forth, no, it's not legit. The only thing here is he's pre-aiming the guy, and he got killed, dude. No fucking way. He's cheating, and he still got shit on. Although, that doesn't surprise me. This does not surprise me. One thing that people don't understand about people who cheat is they're generally not good players. And how does that make sense? You have a program that highlights where players are, and they can tell you where players are, and it also aims for you, and you get kills for doing it, right? Like, it automatically aims and headshots the enemy for you. How can you possibly lose? Well, in certain scenarios like this one, this guy has an HDR, the other guy peeks him, and he starts shooting him, but the guy pulls the trigger, and it's instant kill, right? All the sniper has to do is get the headshot, and it downs him, and it kills him immediately. Now, the other problem is that when players are clueless, they don't have game awareness, they don't have game sense, and they're relying on wall hacks, which show where everybody is. They target that. They're kind of tunnel visioned on one thing. They think that their cheats make them immortal, but they don't know how to build weapons correctly. They don't know how to move correctly. They don't really have any other game skill other than what the aimbot is providing or the wall hack is providing. So yeah, they can laser people, they can headshot everybody in the game, but that doesn't mean that they're going to know how to rotate the circle. They're going to know where players might be hiding potentially outside of what the cheat shows them. So it becomes very, very different. And I'm wondering if this guy's also cheating because he's just randomly aiming, shooting at a hillside through a tree. And it's possible there's more than one in each game. Sometimes you'll see players that'll do this where they put their face right up against an object, they scope in on the wall, and they peek the corner, and they shoot immediately when they peek, and they hit the player. Or they're lined up with the player. We call it tracing. Tracing is basically you just follow a guy like this. You're one-to-one with where he's moving, even though you can't see him. So you'll see that with like a hillside. You'll have a hillside in front of you, and you aim at the rock or you aim at the hill, and then as that player's head pokes up, they're right on it, like that. In a sense, it's like, what would give that away? Does he have a UAV? Does he have any type of awareness as to why that player would be there? And the answer is no. He's not. He doesn't have a UAV. He doesn't have a heartbeat that he's like holding out constantly, giving him information. So what's the question? It's like, is it legit? It's like, probably not. If he's constantly aiming at where people are and he's pixel perfect with his peaks, then yeah, it's really easy to tell that somebody's just blatantly cheating. There are times that things line up accidentally where you just have good game awareness, but something like that, where the guy just goes to the window, aims out the window, looks at a random tree, and he's already on the person, and he just immediately kills him. That's different. And now he's aiming through the house, he's aiming at the wall, he's looking directly at the player. The player's going to peek this corner here, and he's going to be right on him. That is like obvious. You can tell that he knows something he should not know. Like he got fucking smoked. I wonder if the other dude's cheating too. Because how would he know that this guy's here? The only reason I would say that he might know is this dude's been sniping for a bit and he's making noise. But that was a crazy pre-aim from him. This guy's also got 14 kills. What are the odds there's 3 people cheating in the same lobby? Okay, he's aiming in on a random hillside. There's only one other player left. And he seems to know exactly where he is. He's aiming through the ground. He's aiming through the rocks. And if the player's behind that, I'm going to say they're all cheating. Yeah. No fucking way. Yeah. Oh my God. There's 3 people in this game that are cheating. The last 3 players we spectated have been cheating. And you can tell like that one, he's pre-aiming through the wall. He's pre-aiming through the entire mountainside. The guy walks out. The dude didn't shoot. He didn't snipe. He didn't give away his position. The guy just knew. There's no UAV. There's no heartbeat sensor from a mile away. What the fuck are the odds of 3 people cheating in the final circle? That makes me feel bad because, like, winning a solo game is going to be impossible. Like, you realize that, right? Like, I'm going to get into a game and I'm going to die to a cheater almost every time. That is insanity. I've seen games be bad before, but 3 cheaters in the exact same lobby is incredible. Like, that's insane. Is that a good clip for me? Sure. I mean, yeah, if I want to make a video out of it. That is, I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that. I've seen it before, like cheater versus cheater, but there were so many good moments in that one, like where you absolutely can recognize it. And even when that guy died, I kind of called it. When he was in the house and he shot the dude at the tree, and then he goes back to follow that wall, and the dude peeks around the corner and just headshot him. I was like, I wonder if that guy's cheating. Because what I saw in my brain is I see him pre-aiming the wall, killing the guy, like trying to kill him, and then he gets killed. But I'm thinking ahead going, why was the other dude pre-aiming through the wall and then peeked and also shot him in the face? Because if you're playing normally, you're not going to pre-aim like that. And it looks weird because it also looked like they both were just wall hacking each other. And that's exactly what happened. But the fact that I recognized that ahead of time, right when he killed him, I was like, what are the odds that the other guy's cheating? You know, sure enough, he goes on to headshot the final guy in the same manner. But you see that happen constantly where people do shit they shouldn't be able to do. Now, content creators and streamers, there's this big argument about all streamers are cheaters. And the reality for me is that's not true. But they don't normally do that. Like that level of awareness and knowing exactly where everybody is, most streamers do not do that. And the majority of the time when you watch a content creator or a high-performing streamer that knows and they play and they're competitive, they're usually just using their ability of like looking at the circle, getting information from who's fighting who. They have UAVs, they have heartbeats, and then they also look at the map. Like we're likely, like they're in the final circle, they're like, where would people most likely be? And they'll clear a section out on the map, and they're like, okay, I cleared the right side, so I know there's nobody there. There's only 3 or 4 players left. I haven't heard any gunshots on the left side of the map, so there might be 1 or 2. Oh, this building is still in the zone, so most likely somebody's in that building. There might be a ridge line or something else where a player might be because it's an vantage point. And they break that down, like deduction, right? They're using common sense and awareness from what they've figured out from playing hundreds of games before. But that was crazy. Seeing that many players cheat is absolutely nuts. It kind of makes me mad because if I'm playing solos, how the fuck am I going to win a solo if 3 players are cheating at the same time? Like how am I going to win? There's no way. There's absolutely no way I'm going to win that. Like there's no way. I legitimately don't think. And the hard part, too, is you might not know. The way that Warzone works, too, with the kill cam. You can watch your kill cam, but if you're in the top 10, let's say if you're the last man alive, you're the last guy, last player, you don't get to see the kill cam. You get killed and you're dead. And then the game ends, the credits roll. So you don't know if the other guy was legit or cheating. And I think that happened to me yesterday. I was in a top 10. I got to like 1v1. And I went back and I watched the clip because it confused me. I could even probably pull it up on stream, to be honest. And the player, I shot him and I broke his armor. And then I got in a car, ran out of the storm, parked it, threw out smoke grenades, and he was beaming me through the smoke. And I was like, man, that's weird. So I backed off and I like plated, but he also kept shooting through the smoke. And then I kind of ran and made a bad rotation choice. But I was like, there's no way he'll know I rotated all the way to the side of the map, right? Wrong. And then he just fucking shot the shit out of me in a certain area. And I was like, man, how did he know I was where I was constantly? And I don't think he had a heartbeat because he didn't have time to really pull that out plus shoot me at the same time. And I remember I looked at the clip and I saw the clip and I could never see where he was shooting me from. Like he had a head glitch, but you would normally see that player like poking his head up. Never saw him in the footage. And it's like, how did he know? And every time I went to re-peek, he was already shooting me, which is crazy. And every time I peeked, it was from a different angle. So the more I think about that clip, the more I'm like, I'm wondering if he was cheating and he toggled just to kill me. And sometimes cheaters aren't obvious. They'll play the whole game. They'll use their wall hack. They'll use the aimbot. They'll kill everybody. But sometimes they don't do that until like the top 10. Or they get to like the last like 3 players and then they turn it on and they kill everybody just to win. So you never know. And this guy in the game here, he just posted in the game chat. He said so-and-so has walls. And I think that was the same name from last game. But I don't know. Have I played in any of the league play tournaments for FaZe Clan? I've never done that. I've never done those tournaments. Not for Call of Duty. I've done like a couple charity event ones. And then I did a couple PUBG tournaments and an Apex tournament, which were like a couple like 400, 500K prize pools or something like that. But it was always odd because I got selected to be on like the YouTube streaming team, which was, I'm not trying to talk shit on anybody, but back when I did the PUBG one, I was like ranked top 10 for wins in quads. And I played with a bunch of pro players at the time that were in esports organizations. We would just rack up kills and try to get as many kills or just as many wins as possible. And then the people that I got put on a team on were generally like casual players or just YouTube entertainers. They were just having fun, but they weren't competitive. And I think a better way to say it was like I had maybe like 6,000 or 8,000 hours in that game. And some of the people I was playing with had like 400. And I was like, fuck. And then when I got into those tournaments, we were playing against professional teams. So you had like Team Liquid. And it's like, those guys are pro PUBG players. They play all day, every day. And there were multiple of those teams in that tournament and that event. And sometimes that was really frustrating because I wanted to win. I'm competitive. I was competitive back then. But I'm playing with players that are, you know, just casual. And even then, I had to remind myself, it's like, dude, it's just for fun. Like, being on that team, you know that you have no chance of winning the 400 grand, but you want to try. Like, it'd be nice. But when you have like 6 pro teams that scrim and play all the time together, and you're playing with more casual players, you're just like, the odds are not great. Like, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. He's got a chopper out here. The question is, where did he go? I think he's just grabbing a bounty or something. I got his armor, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill him. Oh, that would've been sick if I could no-scope that. I gotta try doing more of that shit for highlight reels, to be honest. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, the PUBG one I think was 450 or 350. It was a big event. I really liked the event, but I just remember when I played it, I was like, dude. And I had a hard time with my teammates too, because I would try to tell them, I was like, look, we need to rotate. We need to get into that position before. If we don't get there, we're going to get shot on our way in. We can't wait too long. And they're like, oh, no, we'll go later. We'll go later. I'm like, no, we need to do that shit now. And they would constantly argue with me on it. And it's like, I understand that. But at the same time, he might get out here. And I understand that, but at the same time, I was like, dude, like, please don't do that shit to me, because I played more than they did, and I just knew better. I was like, if we wait too long, they're going to have positioning on us, and we are going to get absolutely shit on, and there's nothing we can do about it. But they wanted to play cautious and safe, and I get that, but we still need to... We need to push a location in order to fight early, and if we don't do that, we're in trouble. So you're constantly fighting and arguing, or just, I was trying to be polite, and I didn't want to be mean or rude or disrespectful, and, you know, just, you know, whatever. But sometimes they also didn't like that either, because they're like, why are you talking shit? I'm like, I'm not talking shit! I'm just trying to win! Oh, he's up top. Oh, you can shoot through that. Fuck. Oh no, I'm getting shot by another guy. There's 2. Ah, son of a bitch. If I didn't get my armor broken, I might have been able to kill this guy. It was not a fair 1v1. The other guy across the way sniped me, and then he pushed me. So it's 2 players. I still can't believe there were 3 people cheating in the last solo. That's fucking insane. I need to edit that too. That'd be a great video. I've tried having these conversations too about the cheating topic, because it's been popular, and I've made a lot of cheating breakdown videos before of players who are cheating and players who are not cheating, and explaining how they knew where people were versus somebody who would be cheating. And it's hard to tell for, I think, the average player. And that guy who just killed me, someone just called him a cheater. I'm dead. Ah, fuck. I wanted to win that so I could let the other guy go kill me and I could go spectate him. But now we have to hope this guy gets killed by him instead. But I've explained like the cheating stuff multiple times. I've made a ton of videos on it, ton of breakdowns, tons of gameplay. And I think it's interesting for a lot of reasons, because you can tell the difference between average players, good players, professional players, and then you can tell the difference sometimes between a cheater. And the hardest part, I think, is you have a lot of players that think that they're really good and think that they're knowledgeable at the game, but they struggle with how good other people can be, and they just assume that that good player that killed them is cheating, and they get it wrong. There's a lot of reasons for it, like aim assist in this game. If you're a controller player, there are times that your aim assist is so powerful and so strong that it sticks to a person, and it looks like an aimbot. And even good players can't really tell the difference. They're just like, fuck, man, that could be aim assist, it could be an aimbot. We don't know. Like, it could go either way. And I think a lot of the time when you play Call of Duty like Warzone, you see situations like that happen, where somebody gets killed and they just immediately call hacks because they just don't like losing, they don't like dying, and they just call hacks. And it was just some dude who had good aim assist. I did it earlier today, and I was like, I wonder if that was aim assist or if he was cheating. And I went and let him kill me again. I spectated him, and he died immediately. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe it was just aim assist. But sometimes I like doing it just for the entertainment value of just watching the gameplay and seeing how other people play. But I've also noticed that the inexperience level between an average COD player and a good COD player is insane. Just look at my Facebook comments. I had a comment the other day that was something along the lines of, "Oh, well, you're recording, so that means you're definitely cheating." It's like, what? Like that makes no sense in any way whatsoever. Even the clip that I posted where a guy called me a cheater mid-gunfight was kind of silly because he got mad because I shot him and he ran around a corner, and that corner had two ways. He had two exits. He could go to the left or he could go to the right. And there was one way in the middle, but it was basically the same thing as peeking the right. So I pre-aimed an angle, and he re-peeked it, and I shot him immediately. And as I shot him, he called me a cheater again. Then there was a second part of the clip where he climbed up onto a crate, and I didn't know you could get on that level. I had no idea you could get there. So I walked behind it after I threw grenades, thinking I would get armor and break him and just kind of keep him weak. So I pushed it, and I went to fight him, and then he's nowhere to be found, and I started getting shot in the back, so I just 180 turn, and I just kill him. And he immediately calls me a cheater again over the mic. And I think the craziest part is it's just that he doesn't realize that his movement was predictable. You peek the left side, and I break your armor. Well, I know you're going to have to go put armor back on. And at the same time, you're most likely either going to re-peek the left, and I can hear your footsteps if you're close to me. I can know that from the footstep sound. And if you don't do that, the odds are you're going to re-peek the right. You have two ways to go. It's a 50-50. And if I don't hear footsteps, that's more like a 70-30 that you're going to re-peek that right side. And what happened? He re-peeked the right side, and I shot him because I was ready for it. And now I'm suddenly a cheater. But that's the difference between anticipation, experience, and just having good map knowledge. And I think most players don't think like that. And that's why there's a huge discrepancy between an average player, a casual player, whatever you want to call them, versus somebody who plays almost like professionally or semi-professionally. Like, there's a huge difference there. But people don't know. And they're not aware of it. Because they've never experienced it before. And they just can't tell the difference between a good player versus a bad player. This guy seems pretty average. He's just hanging out in the gulag. He's got one kill. We're spectating him because I died in the gulag. Awkward. But he's probably not going to do much. But the reason I want to spectate him is I want to see if the guy who killed me originally and the other dude who called him out in chat is cheating. What's up, Alex? How you doing? I actually caught your comment this time. I'm trying to keep up with all the chats. I'm using a different program for chat, which kind of merges them. But it's only showing Twitch right now, not YouTube stuff. So you're kind of lucky I caught it. But I want to make it easier so I can read Twitch chat. And I want to make it easier so I can follow YouTube chat along with Facebook. So I got multiple chats trying to figure them out. Thankfully, my viewer count's not too high, and it's not too crazy, but it's easier to keep up with. But I hate having like 4 windows open just for chats. It drives me insane. But if you're watching, we're just kind of spectating this guy until he dies. Because somebody said the person who killed me was cheating. And I want to see if that's true. The other reason for that is the last solo game I played, there were 3 players in the same game that were all cheating in the final circle. And it was fucking hilarious. I watched one cheater kill another cheater, and then I watched the other cheater die to the last cheater. And then he killed some random 4th player. So 3 cheaters in one game. Like, no joke, no bullshit, absolutely cheating, aiming through walls. It was just funny to see. And it sucks because I play solos. And it's like, how am I going to win a game if 3 people in the top 10 are all cheating? And that's not even exaggeration. Like that just happened. I still can't get over it. Most players suck. Yeah. And I've tried to explain that too. And it's so hard to explain because I don't think people realize how bad the average Call of Duty player really, truly is. And I don't mean to be insulting and be like, yeah, everyone's just dog shit trash at Call of Duty. But I don't think people are aware I think one of the best ways I've ever explained it is if you look at a content creator who plays full time and they've been doing it for years, they're dropping high kill games, records, and they're just absolutely crushing it. Those guys are playing an entirely different game than you're playing. And one way you can actually find that out is just go watch Metaphor. He's another player. He plays solo game. He plays solo Warzone, but he usually drops 20 to sometimes dropping 40, 45 plus kill games in solos, which is kind of insane. I don't know how to explain that. You're killing a third of the lobby. Like that's incredible. But he did a gameplay not too long ago that did a great job of breaking down his thought process of what he's doing when he's playing and why. And when you watch what he's doing, he's calculating, I'm going to land at this location. I'm going to grab the bounty. I'm going to kill a player. I'm going to go find the bounty, kill him, get my loadout. And by the time I have my loadout, killed a player on the bounty, I can get a UAV and I could push other players and fight them. And then he's thinking about rotating, like where he can go to find more people. And he just runs at players and kills multiple players. But when you look at a casual player, they play like this guy right here. They sit here, they look at the map, they're like, hey, I'm on the edge of storm, I'm safe, no one's going to kill me if I just stay out here. When the zone closes, maybe I'll grab a car and maybe I'll drive closer to the center and I'll sit in the zone. That is the casual mindset, the casual player of Call of Duty. And people see somebody like Metaphor come flying around the corner and they just rinse this guy. They kill him like he's nothing. And they're like, how the fuck do you have 25 kills? Like, you're fucking cheating. Is their initial reaction, because they've never seen a player that's legitimately dropping 25 kills when they're other than somebody who's potentially cheating. And even to them, when they see somebody with 15, 20 kills, they just immediately think cheating regardless. Like, in their brain, they're like, I can only get like 3 or 4 kills. There's no way this guy's got 20. And I don't think people realize this is how most people play. They don't know how to drive the car. They're really weird with like fighting. They don't really try to fight. They just try to hide. And they play hide and seek. Like, this dude's, it could also be a child. We don't know. And they're just running around the map like a chicken, like their head cut off. They're kind of clueless. So he's getting shot at from a dude camping in a building and he's scared. So he's going to go drive somewhere else and run away. And then he'll find somewhere else in the zone, maybe out here. He sees a car, he's going to get scared. So he's trying to dodge the car. I also have to think about people having the helicopter now. They can go hide on top of stadium. I didn't even think about that until just now. But the helicopter in solo is going to be a problem. People might use them in the final circle and just hover above you. And then they're going to try to parachute or crash or try to squish you with it. I mean, I guess you could shoot it and try to blow it up, but they can also just drop it on you. Which could be a problem. But I don't know how that's going to go. They'll probably take it out of solos in an update. I don't know if they meant to do it on purpose or they just didn't care. But watching people play like this is normal. This is like the average COD player. So he's out here. I don't know why he's here. I think he's just going to grab some loot. Maybe he's trying to get a loadout, but I really think he's just going to find a building and sit in a corner. Why did he choose this building? I don't know. I think part of it is, you know, you have one entrance, you have another entrance, but it's a tunnel. If I were him, I would probably go to a taller building and just camp in a more safe building where you only have one way in instead of 2. But he probably feels safe here for some reason. And I'm not trying to bully this guy. Like, please understand, like, when I say a player's shitty or when I say they're bad, I mean more so that they're inexperienced. And I'm just kind of being blunt. Like, when I say, oh, they're trash, oh, they're shit. Like, I should probably just say they're inexperienced to be nicer. But that's the reality. Most people that are playing Call of Duty are really inexperienced. And they're playing a different game than what your top-tier content creators are doing. They are in a different world. And I think that's where people misunderstand the skill level and the difference in skill gap between the casual versus a pro. And they really have no clue. And a lot of people play like this, where they just kind of rotate. They look around the map. They're scared. They're like, where the fuck is everybody? And they're like really immersed in the game because their goal is surviving. Their goal is winning. It's not about getting the most kills. It's just about surviving for them. And that's exciting and that's exhilarating. But when you're a player who's dropping 10, 15 kills, you don't care. You've done that hundreds of times. And you just want to get another win. You want to get a higher kill win. That's how you're getting your adrenaline rush. With these guys, they just want to win. Their heart's racing. They're freaking the fuck out. They're top 10. They got a couple kills. They might win the game. It might be the only game they win this week. So it's a big deal. And that perspective, I think, is so drastically different for casuals. When you look at like a pro player or a content creator that just does high kill games, completely different world. But people don't think that way. They ain't gonna get no viewers camping. Well, that's the other thing too. With content creators, they have an objective, and that's entirely not quite true. You can be a camper and still get a decent viewer count. Go look at Iron. Iron is a ranked player. He plays for leaderboards, and his entire goal is to get a couple kills. You know, anywhere between 2 to 5, maybe 10 if he's lucky, maybe. But what he will do is he will play just like this guy, maybe a little bit more aggressive, a little. Like he will find a location, he'll look at the map and be like, okay, final circle is going to be here. We're going to go lock down this building, and he'll get his team, and he'll sit on that building. They'll bring the choppers over. They'll bring trophy systems with them. They play strategically. They play how I played when I played PUBG to win and get top rank number one in the world. That's how they play, but they do it in Warzone, and that's the difference. They're good, but they're not like, I'm going to run around, slide cancel, YY, no scope, and just do crazy shit in your face. They're going to be more strategic on positioning, how they rotate, what fights they pick. And their whole goal is survival. So they play a different game too. And as a creator, he appeals to the average player because one, it doesn't look like he's cheating. He's not playing like Z-Laner where he's running around snapping, quick scoping people, just absolutely lasering people across the map and shooting them through smoke and just doing crazy shit. And the average player sees Z-Laner do that and goes, nah, you're fucking hacking. But when you look at somebody like Iron, he plays like this and he gets, 5, 6, 10, maybe 12 kills. Maybe. And then he wins. And he doesn't just win once. He wins like 8 games in a row. And that's impressive to a casual player because it's like, dude, I never win. And they watch this guy win 8 times in a row. And you're like, fuck, like that's awesome. So you can learn a lot from that player, but the only difference is the type of audience you're attracting. So you're not attracting like the try-hard Call of Duty audience, like the sweaty boys. You're just attracting casual players. But he does well because he's unusual. Most people play like Z-Laner or Metaphor. Huskers, you can name whatever pro you want. They all play the same. They get kill counts. But when you watch somebody like this play and you see a pro player do it and they're winning all the time, you're like, oh. But now Iron's way better. Way, way better than this dude. Way 1,000 times better. But this is how the average person plays. And I don't think people realize that. Like, he's sitting in a stairwell. He's kind of protected. No one's going to, land on him. He's not going to fight. The only issue I have with this is I can't see if that guy's still cheating in the lobby because this dude's never going to fucking die until, the last guy, and then we'll find out who kills him. But it's going to be a little frustrating because it's going to take forever. Why am I calling you out like that? Because I can. Because I can.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
I died to the guy that chat said was cheating earlier. And that's why we're spectating. This dude is a random player. And I was hoping that I would spectate somebody who would get killed. And then we could see if we could find the other cheater and spectate him. Because the game before this one, there were 3 people that were cheating in the pregame. Not in the pregame, but there were 3 people cheating in the final circle in a solo. And we watched it happen. We watched one guy aiming at walls, killing everybody. And then he got killed by another guy who was also cheating. And then we watched that guy get killed by another cheater. And it was unbelievably blatant. He's going to get in a fight here. He's actually going to win it. Nice. Unexpected. But does that work, though? Like, playing like this, does it work? If the other person doesn't know that you're there in Warzone, and you sneak up on them like that, and you surprise them, yeah, you can easily win. That guy had no idea he was here. He was clueless. The dude proned out, which sometimes is a good strategy, sometimes it's not. It just makes you potentially harder to see. So when you walk in the hallway, you don't expect to see a guy, and then you're just suddenly getting shot by a desk. And it's like, oh shit, so he died immediately. Warzone has a fast time to kill anyway, so if someone surprises you and you can't get behind cover, you're probably going to die. And that's exactly what happened here. Or that worm dude back in Black Ops 2. What do you mean worm dude? Did he do the same thing that Iron did, was just get wins? The only reason I understand that and why it's interesting is that's how I played with PUBG. Like, I shit you not, like, we were ranked #1 in the world for a brief period of time in PUBG for wins. I used to play with former Team Liquid members. They joined, like, pro teams later on during PUBG. But we would all have a squad every day, and we'd be playing with top 10, top 100 players. And our entire goal was just to survive and to win. So the way we did that was by playing strategically. You look at the map, and you're like, okay, I want to be here, because if I can control this building, I know there's a ladder there to get up. You can make a jump from this one, but there's no ladder here. I think there's one there now. The other way to get up there is you parachute off the tall building. But if I hold this down for the circle, I have high ground. I have one way up. I can guard it. I can defend it. Odds are I'll make it to top 5 if I control that building. And then all I have to do is worry about picking off a few remaining players while they're fighting, and then rotate with the next circle. So you play that way because it's strategic. You're playing numbers, you're playing positioning, and you're just trying to be a smarter player in order to win those gameplays. But you're also getting points, because in PUBG, it was a weird system, kinda. But the idea was if you died below top 50, you lost so much ranking. It was bad. Like, you could be ranked 1 in the world, you lose one game, sub top 50, and then you were in the top 100. And it's like, damn, like, you're only top 100 now? Like, ugh. Like, it's awful. So you had to win like 5 or 6 games in a row after that in top 5, top 10 placement just to get your rank back. So you really did not want to lose a game in PUBG. It was bad. But you don't really get to choose. You just have to play the odds of finding the right positioning, finding the right circle, and rotating. But when you're playing with 4 really, really, really good players, I think he's trying to shoot him through a wall. Or he's being shot at through a wall right now and doesn't know it. Or he's fighting another player right in front of him. This guy's not going to die until last, so we're never going to see if the other dude's cheating, unfortunately. But that's usually what happens. I don't think anyone knows he's here. I just want to see if that other username's still in the chat when he gets killed. And that would tell me if he is or not, because if he's still alive, it would make sense. Doofy, how's it going, man? How's life going?
Gas is closing in.
He's struggling, man. He's gonna get another kill. Oh, you can easily finish that. Push him, push him, push him, push him. Oh, there he goes. Getting shot from the right. He's got another player to his left. He might win this. I doubt it, but he could. He's got a gas mask, so he doesn't have to hurry too much, but he does need to get out there. The only issue is when he peeks his corner on the right, he might get shot. And then the left. I don't know where the other player is. Oh, there he is. He's also getting sniped. Now, here's the problem with the spectate screen. I don't know who just killed him. And then, oh, it's squeezed something. But then I can't see the kill cam, and he's already getting shot. So the game's going to be over by the time it switches players. That's why I don't like the spectate screen. So we watched all of that just to see, like, one dude get a final kill cam. And that's it. like we don't get... I didn't see the other guy who killed me. I didn't see his name, so I don't know where he is. He might have got killed by somebody else. Probably. Maybe he got banned. But who knows? I wish I won my gulag so we didn't have to go through that. That was kind of brutal. Honestly, that was really shitty. All right. I think I'm going to take a break, go grab some food, and then I might come back and play a little bit more, I think is the plan. So give me maybe an hour, and I think I will come back. If I don't come back, I'll be back tomorrow. But I think I want to play a little bit more tonight. So let me have some time to eat, and we'll see how things go. Also, I want to shout out a few people here for the donos. You guys are crazy. Johans, thanks again for the 830 stars. And then Sean, you absolute crazy bastard, dropping the $50 donation. You are insane. That's like the largest donation I've seen in a long time. Direct donation too. Like, I don't even know where that came from. Nobody donates direct anymore. I mean, Jeff kind of does occasionally, but I think people are finally figuring out since I started restreaming, they can do it, and it's coming back. But thank you, man. I appreciate a ton. I'm glad to see you still hanging around after all these years.